Oh, that is true.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to our gaming table. We hope that you are ready and set for whatever shenanigans we pull out, because it is going to be full of shenanigans. I have had these friends around. They have shenaned before. They shall shenan again.
That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good.
I enjoyed that.
So,
That was clever.
yeah, thank you. So we are here to do our weekly, mostly weekly game.
Daily.
I do not have the energy for daily.
I don't
Sorry,
think actually
guys.
any of us do, so that's okay.
But we're here
Challenge? Just for a week.
we are here for our weekly game of D&D, and so we will get started here momentarily. But before we do, as always, just a few quick reminders at the top of the show. All of our video content does wind up on YouTube over there, so be sure, if you haven't already, hit like and subscribe.
I've done this.
Turn on all of the notifications and you'll know when we put new content up.
What's yours?
I think everything is up to date, so you should you're not missing anything except for the current episode. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then clearly I've already uploaded it. So good for you in the future.
Check yours.
We do also have
Isn't it the present at that point?
maybe.
Currently, right
I don't
now,
know.
it's the present. You're watching.
We do also run a Discord server. I do try to keep that updated with our schedule. Don't always get it in a timely manner. I know I was updating it just moments before we went live, letting you know what the schedule was for this week. I shall attempt to do better. But we do use that typically to let you guys know if the schedule changes for any particular reason. So we will. So if you're part of that and taking keeping tabs on that Discord server, you'll know if anything has changed with our weekly schedule. But as nothing has this week, I am ready to go to the table, and we have something of a surprise for you guys, because our wayward Nate is back from wherever he has been for the last little bit. I won't necessarily ask him to give us all the gory details, because I'm not sure we want them.
No.
But he is back and ready to be back in the game and play D&D with us. So we are glad to have Nate back at the table. Who would like to give us a recap of what happened last week?
Last week on Dragon Ball Z.
And since neither of them is paying attention, both Braden and Danny will get to tell
You guys should do the one game where it goes one word at a time.
No.
I'm leveling up, thank you.
Oh, okay. So Braden, give us a recap.
Sorry, hold on there we go. Thank goodness. My app was glitching. Okay. Where were we?
Recapping.
Give me a second while I find the asterisks. Asterisks last. Asterisks currently. Okay. Last time, Artemis was still recovering from downloading the manual of the Spelljammer.
Oopsies.
While the rest of us decided to visit the Bramble Branch home. We visit with Blossom and Harvey Bramble Branch. And we have food with them and discuss the help we need from them. We also, undead and are unheard of in like the last millennia. We decide we need to get them out of the compound and get them to the Armada. Killian eventually goes and finds Artemis, brings him up to speed, and we decide to head out of the compound with the Bramble Branch family. As we are heading, there seems to be a barricade at the door, and there are a lot of people around. Artemis tries to access the weaponry of the tower, but doesn't have the authority, so instead it gives it to Simi. Simi activates stun mode and drops most of the crowd ahead of us unconscious. Killian stays behind while the rest of us get the Bramble Branches out of the compound. and Lucas leads them to Cassius's place.
Oh, that's right.
Killian sees that Corel, Amakir, and the rest of the compound are trying to access the tower to try and figure out what is going on. Although Amakir is just watching while Corel is just directing, as it seems like the doors are closed. Killian makes a show of trying to open the door, and he slips in with the crowd behind him not being able to get in. The tower is in lockdown and pandemonium. Ross goes to Killian
Ross goes to kill Killian.
Killian goes to Rosk's office and informs them about the use of stun needles. Ross needs to de-escalate the situation and feign ignorance. And Rosk decides to give Killian a sending stone so they can communicate better. Killian suggests that he should relocate from the tower if he needs to, but only if it comes down to it. Killian leaves him to deal with some other stuff on the bridge, which includes changing the tower's settings. Killian leaves the compound invisibly, but there is a scrying orb. He dispels the orb and quickly gets away. And the group arrives at Cassie's place. However, the anti-magic field is off or not on. That is where we left off.
It stresses me out.
Okay. Anybody got anything else they want to add to the recap?
I can think of right this
I
second.
think that covers it.
Yeah.
No? Okay. Okay. Killian, all of your various and sundry sending stones, where are they?
I have the one for Rosk. I would have one for Mal and one for Milo.
Okay.
I have one for
And
Akrai. that
yeah,
gave
you
me,
have one
right?
for Akrai, and I would have one for James. And they would be in my bag.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I knew where they all were.
Didn't you also have one for what was you were apprenticed to?
That's who.
Oh, who I
That's
was
James.
apprenticed to?
Yeah, what was his name?
Drax.
Draxus, yeah. Didn't you have one for him as well?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think at one point I had to shuffle around what I had because I gave some to other people, and I was like, it would be more useful to have this person and this person and this
Yeah.
person.
And honestly, having James have one is like,
Covers me.
Yeah.
Nice.
like
Oh, and you had one with his name started, not Olimar, but the leader of the Changelings.
Yeah.
Oh
Had one as
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't remember his name either, but that guy.
Started
Yeah.
with an
yeah,
O.
that guy.
That one.
It was Omar, right?
It was O something. It wasn't.
Pretty sure it
Omar.
wasn't Omar.
No.
I think I would remember Omar.
Omar.
Yeah, I don't remember what it is either. I would have to go back to my notes,
Oh.
but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay, so the five of you are approaching Cassius's manor.
Nobody else just had the weird thing that like makes all of the makes you feel a little bit nauseous for a second and all of that. No. When your magic goes away.
I mean, the last time I was here, I was being chased. It could have been exhaustion nausea, so I don't know what I would know if it was or wasn't. I've been here one other time, so.
Did it?
Wait, no, I've probably been here
It took me
twice.
longer to recover than it apparently has you, but maybe that's just an effect of.
Oh,
recovering?
like usually when we show up, it does that thing where it drops the pit out of your stomach and all of a sudden you don't have magic anymore.
Oh,
That.
sure.
He's like, yeah, totally.
I rub my
Completely
fingers
I also
together,
get that.
and using my ring of rituals, I can have like a little candle wick at the tip of my finger. Is that going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's still off.
Oh.
That's
We should probably figure out why that is.
Yep. Maybe we should be careful trusting people for a minute.
Hello.
Well, there was a guard at the front, right?
There was there was a guard at the front, as per normal. They let you in as per normal. And as you're approaching, waiting by the front door, as per normal, is the major domo.
Why isn't the thing happening?
That particular device requires a great deal of recharge once it's been discharged.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
But everything is okay here?
So far, yes, we are on heightened alert, of course.
Good. Good. Okay.
I presume that you have need of my master.
Yes.
Very good. Come right in.
Thank you.
And he ushers you all in to a very familiar library at this point. Although, as you recall, one of the walls had opened up and dropped. It is back in place.
Okay.
It is as though nothing happened.
Oh, good.
The furniture, however, has been replaced.
Oh.
It got squished.
Oh.
That tracks.
Yeah, that tracks.
And it is a very brief period of time that the five of you are by yourselves before Cassius sweeps in.
Good evening.
So I assume I'm going to get a story because I was summoned and then told never mind.
Yes, my apologies. Some recent developments have occurred.
What's happened in the past 2 days?
Yes. It appears, using the tower, we were using some of its sensors, and it seems like
I'm sorry, it's what?
sensors. That's what it calls it, but I assume that it's its special vision.
It's senses instead of our senses.
Oh, well, that could be handy.
It was. Is. Well, it appears that there is tomorrow.
Dang it, Gage!
Oh, you're cool.
There appears to be Krill appears to be have some undead powers, as well as another head of the Impelian Order appears to be an undead. Yeah, we'll get to that. And apparently underneath the cathedral part of the Impelian Order's place is what it referred to as a Hellfont, which translates to a portal to hell.
I assume from that facial expression you're familiar?
In an academic
Intellectually.
sense, yes.
Yeah.
But
So-
also, anything with the word hell preceding it is typically, you know.
Yes,
when
not
we
good.
found that out, we figured for your safety, it would probably be best if you stayed behind, as we didn't want you to get involved in case shit went south.
Very
As shit is
kind
wont
of
to
you.
do.
As she was wanting to do, yes. So,
Yes, I think that was a wise choice, as I'm not 100% sure how I would deal with a Hellfont.
wait, we're trying to figure that out as well. But some stuff has happened, and it seems our timeline has narrowed very down in order to
So
deal
I
with this.
see.
Yes.
So let's circle back to
Yeah.
one of them is aligned with the Hells, and someone else is aligned or is undead.
The head of the Inquisition, which
Balls.
yeah, it basically means that there is a very good chance that our friend on the hill,
On the inside of the dome.
our friend on the hill in the dome might have some outside help.
Skin
As
in the
well.
game, if you will.
Yeah. She might not be as silent as we thought.
The
She was.
bitch is pulling strings, is what you're telling me.
I mean,
Yeah.
potentially, probably.
Or flinging bones, that could also work as well, but yes.
Nice.
I can joke when I'm upset.
So, let me get this straight.
Yes.
There is an outside force invading the city. The city is also being threatened by the forces of the Hells, and a very powerful lich.
Yeah, no.
All
So far,
You chose a
unknown,
wonderful spot to set up a summer home, yes.
all unknown to the populace at large.
Yes.
Isn't it
Although the
wonderful?
Armada's not going to be that big of an issue, we've sort of, come to a sort of a still down peace. But we'll see how that goes, because we're probably going to need their help as well.
The order
There
that
are
we know
more
and love.
bunnies.
Ah, yes.
Oh, yes. Oh. Sorry. Mom and dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am sorry.
This is...
You have new furniture. That's throwing me off.
Ah,
Sorry.
so these are your parents?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They didn't pop in as bunnies do. Gotcha.
I mean, we more hop in. We don't pop in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right.
actually quite a-
Pardon me, it was a poor attempt at a joke.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get it. I can give you a courtesy. Cool.
No.
Good,
The moment is
That's
past.
adorable.
Thank you, though. Okay. So what do you need of me in this free for all?
What can you give? Because at this point,
Everything.
We-
We need everything.
we're trying to... We have a very short timeline, because as far as we're concerned, we believe that Corell's probably going to try and make her move quite soon.
Probably soon. Yep.
Which means, let's give ourselves a day and a half, shall we? In metaphorical terms of trying to figure this out. Before she might attack. Or take
Potentially.
control, potentially. Element of surprise.
I read once this concept of. I'm sorry. Do you know what a clock is?
Do we know what a clock is?
Is it like a sundial?
Somewhat a mechanical version. It's a device for keeping time, full of gears and springs and whatnots. I'm not familiar with their workings myself beyond whatever. But I heard this concept. Actually, I read it in one of these books, I think. The concept of the doomsday clock.
Okay.
That sounds
I
like
would
a
say-
delightful thing to have.
I would say less than a minute to midnight would be the appropriate analogy.
It's not that late, is it?
No.
It's that, yes.
It's
let's
an
say-
analogy. It's
Yes. Well, yes.
time is pressing and
Mhm.
calamity is quickly approaching.
Yes.
Is there any plan to protect the populace?
Oh, that I
Yes.
think that's the first thing is the plan part. I
Yes.
think.
One of the first things we're trying to do is make enough no man's land around the Impellion Order to try and give us space to work with.
I
A general evacuation.
Yes.
Pardon me. I do have to laugh because
Hey.
just a buffer around the order seems a bit not enough.
Right.
With the other threats, I would assume we would want more of the city evacuated.
Right. Well,
Do we have a plan for that?
there was the plague we could try.
We brought it up and discussed it very briefly, and then decided that we needed to tell you what was going on, and then get our animal friends potentially on our side quickly.
I had a thought, but it is a little bit on the extreme. So one of the sections, cities that I visited in my younger days, one of the items and one of the people who was using them that I was sent to collect allowed them to shift into another place. That place, as best I could tell, was devoid of all other things, including time.
Okay.
It would be ideal if we could, in some way, take this fight to that place or remove the non-combatants to that place. However,
Can
it
you
only
move?
worked on a small scale, and I no longer know where that particular item is. But my thought was, if there was a way to do that, I don't... Magic is not a forte of mine, given my upbringing. Although apparently it should have been, because everyone else in the Order seems to be using magic willy-nilly.
Right.
Yeah. Hypocrites. I say as I
Given-
was once one.
Given the sources of some of that magic being thrown about willy-nilly, that is a very fascinating turn of phrase, by the way. I will have to incorporate that into my
Repertoire of words.
repertoire of vocabulary. But given the source of this magic, apparently you did well to steer clear of it.
Although, from what I understand, much of the magic at the time was actually not from these particular sources, or some of it at least was not, but rather from someone like yourself.
I mean, it's a good idea. The issue is I don't think we have anything to use or anything like that.
I don't even know how one would go about looking at that.
Oh. For the number of people we would have to move in the area, it would be a tremendous amount of magical power required.
That's unfortunate. Could it be taken from the tower? Since I understand that runs on some sort of magic.
Perhaps, but
I don't know how to tap into it.
I
I don't think we should be messing with.
In fact, hold on.
Given what you know of the status reports, probably not enough power
Well, I don't like.
accumulated
They
yet.
said a lot, but I don't know how much that means, and I don't know is a lot. I mean, a lot of murders is like one, but like it's,
something like that,
it's all scope.
Something like that would require many powerful mages to do, and I don't think we have enough.
Okay.
Or even ones who would even be able to learn or utilize some of that power.
Oh, and here I thought that you were like this all-powerful mage.
I mean,
Like
I'm
this.
pretty good. I'm pretty good. Don't get me wrong. But one man can't stop a dam from breaking.
That's
Not necessarily true, but I understand the sentiment.
Well, I suppose it's the size of the dam. However, this is a pretty big dam.
Or the size of the break in the dam.
Or yeah. Anyway, let's move on from the anecdote. There was talk of perhaps 2 years ago there was a plague in the city that sort of wiped out a good portion of the city. We were thinking of maybe using that as an idea of evacuating the people, but who knows how long that'll take to evacuate the city.
Yes. The other question I would pose to you in thinking about that, how many people left the city during the previous plague?
People left for the
Not
plague.
that many.
Okay.
I do recall that instance, and as I remember it, there was not a lot of mobility during the plague.
Where would they go?
Where would it indeed being out and about was exposing yourself to the danger. Most people stayed at home.
That's fair.
So
A plague, I don't think. is going to be the danger necessary to get people moving.
So do you have a suggestion on...
It looks like he does, and he doesn't
For me,
like
it sounds like we might have to go with some sort of fear factor to be able to scare
Fear
someone.
would certainly be motivating. My concern would be
The panic.
the panic induced by such a occurrence. Well, I was tired of living in this city anyway.
Well, hold on, what does that mean?
Wait.
Good luck solving your own problems. Bye.
You all have seen my true form.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the two extra buddies.
To have known, yes. You're gonna know. Come on.
Can you think of a better way to instill fear and get people moving?
I mean, Killian
But,
could
like-
blow something up.
But also, like,
Bombs don't live in...
Okay, but in fairness,
Or the bank.
but in fairness,
but the bank
the
is in
docks,
place,
if you
and they
recall-
don't move.
was like scooped out, and nothing happened.
I mean,
I can speak with...
Do we have a name for the bank? Can
Bianca.
we just call it Clarice?
I can speak
Bianca.
I can speak with Bianca as well.
Like that way you don't have to leave unless you just
Like,
wanted
how
to.
much
But
of the
also,
city are we
having
trying
Andy
to...
is
How
really
many...
great.
If she reveals herself and I reveal myself, this city is as good as dead.
Which is why
People
we
will
prob-
not want to live here.
Which is why we don't want that to happen. We need somewhere for people to live after we
But
deal with
from
the
the
problem.
ashes-
But
we
we
can-
also, there is also extreme danger, and I cannot, on good conscience, place the populace of this city in the way of that danger.
And Mal's like, ooh, I can expand my reach if the capital of this former
How
empire is
much do we
gone.
need to, if the order's right here, how much do you think we need to evacuate around? Like, could we just do this part?
I mean, the problem is that the order is ingrained in every part of the city. You see them in the city guard walking around the town in every part of the city.
So the order and the Hellfont under it
Mhm.
is just one of the dangers. You speak of a member of it with ties to a very powerful lich who is in the other half of the city. You move against one, the other will rise and fill the vacuum.
So, full city evacuation?
Would be my recommendation.
That would take days.
Or
Weeks.
longer, yeah.
A day and a half. Yeah.
No. Even just getting people through the gates of the city would take longer than that.
I am concerned too that once it becomes apparent what is happening, that the forces arrayed against us will make their move.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to do something. That's kind of the idea that I'm running across. Like, I don't know.
We do have to act. We don't have much of a choice but to act. But treading carefully and quickly is the hard part.
We have to somehow catch her off guard. And what better than whatever idea he has?
I know. What do they do once they leave the city? It just becomes an entire battleground between the factions trying to vie for the city?
Now, in fairness, if the city has been totally evacuated, then their power is limited to the people that they directly control.
That is also true.
They are no longer playing with people's lives in the balance. Which I suspect will cause them to be unlikely to allow such an evacuation to continue once it's begun. I suspect that since much of the city guard is in the order's pay, that they will try to close the gates and prevent people from leaving. Because they know that that's where part of their power comes from, is without peasants to farm, for commerce, there can be no economy, therefore their situation becomes less tenable.
From the doorway, there is sort of a very brief and Cassius turns and looks. Yes, what is it? I believe Master is forgetting his most recent acquisition. My what? Oh. Well, now there's a thought.
Care to share?
Several weeks ago, I was... able to take possession, let's say, of a very fascinating bit of magical debris.
Debris.
Magical debris.
Yes. I haven't worked out quite how it works.
Oh. I see.
But I do believe that at one point it was a rather substantial doorway that was able to open here and connect here, or wherever it was, to someplace else.
Ah, that's what happened to the key.
Ah.
If I only knew how the damn thing worked.
If only.
I mean, I know a thing or two about magic items, so I could probably take a look at it and see what I can find out.
Do you wish to?
You make it sound ominous, but sure.
It's gonna explode in your face.
Very well. Come along, all of you.
Oh, okay.
And
We all get to explode. Okay.
If we're gonna die, we all might as well go together.
I mean, I am.
It's easier to make new characters together.
So he leads you off to a stairwell that leads underground into. I'm trying to remember who all has been there before. In the vaults and catacombs under the.
Oh no!
Actually, most of them have, because that's where we took the
Right.
prisoner,
Yeah.
the Inquisitor.
So
Inquisitor.
he leads you along a familiar path.
we grabbed you.
Oh yeah.
They attacked.
Oh, okay. So he leads you along a familiar path, and where before you had gone right down down towards the dungeons, he turns left and leads you to a fairly large storeroom. Killian,
Not here.
He's not there.
He's not there yet.
I was sneaking my way out.
I mean, if you want, he could literally just get there.
I am not there. I have been there for none of this.
right?
Killian has had zero input to any of this.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you know? He just shows up.
Odds or evens?
Odds.
Yes, you actually, as they're passing by the front door, you do arrive, noticing straight away that the anti-magic generator is not functioning. So you step in through the front door, just as you see Cassius and your friends passing by. Come along.
Killian, we're gonna go look at some debris.
It's magical.
It's
debris.
not cheese.
I don't know.
He's like, just went through so much stuff. He's like, we're gonna look at debris. It's gonna be so much fun.
I mean, it's like an explosion in France. Debris was everywhere. Come along. And he leads you downstairs to this storeroom, where laid out on the floor is very obviously magically infused pieces of wood. And it's laid out in the shape of a giant gate.
I see.
And Killian
This looks familiar, doesn't it?
it looks real familiar to Killian and to Simi.
I wondered where that went.
You wondered where the pieces of wood went.
No, it's a doorway.
Wait, it exploded? This brain did explode?
I was wondering where the door went.
Yeah.
So what happened to it? I just
Couldn't tell you.
thought you lost it or something.
I'm gonna be honest, I do not recall where I left it.
Well, at least we found it.
The pieces of it,
Well, I mean, you did it once, you can do it again, right?
I'm
theoretically.
sorry. I'm sorry, you did this?
Wait, the door wasn't actually the important part, though, right? It was the key. Because we just built a big door that we could disassemble and reassemble. The key is what made the difference.
Sort of.
Oh, this is the thing from the
So-
tower, right?
Is there something separate? I thought it
do
was
you-
just like
do you
a
still
key that you
have
put
any
into a
of that
door,
stuff?
and then it created a portal.
I mean, not with me.
Well, what would it take to get it back?
Like a 3-month journey.
Shit.
Reality's tower.
You don't happen to, like, be able to transport people places.
For as a player, I'm lost. Which door are we talking about?
This is the one we would use all the time to get from place to place.
Yeah, but
Okay,
that was just
that is
like
what
a
it is.
collapsible door
it's
that
the
we
one
used a
that you
key
built
for,
in
right?
the-
Yeah,
the
okay,
dwarven
okay,
area.
yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
we were all on the
Yeah.
But it requires the key to
Right.
use. We don't have the key.
No, we can make a whole new door. The door doesn't
I'm gonna
matter.
be honest. You know, right after everything happened, everything was a little hazy, and I don't remember where the key got put.
Oh.
I'm
Ha.
hearing words and still lost.
So
People stop saying words I don't understand.
this was a door,
Clearly.
No, it is.
but there was a key that opened the door, and the key
Ah.
is the key part to the door.
Ah.
The key part.
The door is the less important part of the entire apparatus.
Oh, so you have the key then?
So,
What happened to it?
maybe?
Milo
Because see,
might
I
have
had
it.
to empty out the
Maybe.
bag of holding. And so there was a whole shuffle of stuff. And I'm going to be honest, I don't remember where the key got put.
It's inside some random
I
troll
do
somewhere.
remember the last time you used it.
I don't.
There was a kraken involved and a dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
Killian,
Yeah?
there's a non-zero chance that, that key is, still back at, the name left. Elwick. Still at Elwick.
Oh.
Well, it's the lost cause now.
I suppose we never did get that back.
Don't make us go back to Elwick.
Classes can we make to hunt?
Oh no, I do actually remember where it is.
Where?
Cabbage. Cabbage and Mal walked in, if you recall, and pulled it out.
Oh, that does actually make things easier because Cabbage
Cabbage is
theoretically still
here.
here. She can't have gone that far.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know where it is, and all the it could have changed
It would
hands
either
so many
be
times.
Cabbage or Mal that would have it because they came in last and they pulled the key out before they left. I don't remember who specifically had it, but would have been one of those two.
Well, either way, sad to say, the door last I checked was not the magical part.
And the key's missing. Okay.
Well, it was a good idea.
Hey, at least you don't have to like do your little hummy thing.
I don't know. I guess. How often did you use the door?
Or
Probably a dozen times. Maybe
yeah,
2
it's
dozen.
pretty useful.
Okay. Let me see. Perhaps it got enchanted. I don't know. Let me examine it.
Oh look, this wood.
Can I examine it to see if mayhaps it
Sure.
could do
make
anything?
make an arcane check for me. Arcana check.
I need to check to see if I get advantage on this one.
Wow, the amounts of time you had to spend scrolling.
I do get advantage on this. Arcana, you say?
I do.
Okay, 24.
24.
It's just a door?
It is just the remains of a door.
Mm-hmm.
There is a great deal of magic, like embedded in the wood, but it's just soaked it up from whatever happened.
Okay.
So
Okay, sorry. Why are we looking at the remains of a door that I used to own?
I don't know.
We missed you. We needed to feel nostalgia.
we were looking for some way to evacuate the city. Because we have, as your friends have informed me, two very powerful forces arrayed against us.
Minimum, yes.
Minimum. And some people, not myself of course, but some people in the populace would see 3.
Yeah, naturally. Yep, of course.
I felt it was in poor taste to leave the populace of the city in the line of fire.
That is very true.
Do you, my friend, have any thoughts on protecting the citizens?
Can you teleport them all elsewhere?
Quick question.
Okay.
I'm looking at the keyhole.
Uh-huh.
Are there any shavings from putting the key in?
Shavings
What do you-
from a
what do you-
magical item?
Drumming instant summons. You touch an object weighing 10 pounds or less with the longest dimensions is 6 feet or less. It costs a sapphire worth 1,000 gold, but I can crush that sapphire and grab the item. As long as it's not being held by a person or in a person's inventory.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
And you just have to have some bit of it left?
Well, that's up to your discretion. It doesn't say a bit, but it does say you touch an object weighing 10 pounds or less with the longest dimension of 6 feet or less. The spell leaves an invisible mark on its surface and invisibly inscribes the name of the item on the sapphire that uses material component. Each time you cast the spell, you must use a different sapphire. At any time thereafter, you can use your action to speak the item's name and crush the sapphire. The item instantly appears in your hand regardless of physical or planar distances, and the spell ends.
Okay.
If another creature is holding or carrying the item, crushing the sapphire doesn't transport the item to you, but instead you learn who the creature possessing the item is and roughly where the creature is located at the moment. It's a stretch, but I'm seeing
It is a stretch. Does it have any sort of DC associated with it?
It does not have a DC associated with it.
Oh,
The only thing it requires is a sapphire worth 1,000 gold pieces,
gotcha.
which I could buy if it was in town,
Which I could have.
because I do have 1,200 gold.
Or just rip it off the gem dragon.
But it is up. It is
It's
up to
amethyst,
you
but-
if I think that would work if I just had shavings from key use.
Okay. which is higher, your Arcana or your History?
My Arcana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your history and the negatives.
No, my History is +4.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's my Wisdom.
Okay. What is your Arcana bonus?
+9. Listen, I'm not great at a lot of things, but I am good with magic
Okay.
and sleight of hand and
I
stuff.
choose
Okay.
to succeed.
I
All right.
choose to-
All right. Make me a DC 24 Arcana roll.
That's
Okay.
exactly what I would have said. That's exactly
Okay.
what I would have.
Okay.
So he needs a 13 or
He's a
more.
15 or higher.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, 15. You're right. Yep,
That's
15
exactly
or
what I
I
would have said.
believe in
too.
you, Brayden.
Okay.
Go, go, Lucas, go, go. Oh, no.
Can I help you?
Are you?
Nope.
No, I don't think I can. I just checked.
Yeah,
to see if
no,
I-
this is Arcana.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
that.
you. If it was religion, maybe.
Now, is this?
This is for you to determine if you think shavings.
Okay.
This is just you to decide if you
Mhm.
think the shavings
does
would be
Lucas
enough.
ask for help?
Probably.
Would he think
We haven't even
that's-
gotten to are there shavings yet. This
Right.
is just do you think if there are shavings
that it would be
possible?
Okay. I do have
maybe.
myth and legends. You have advantage on intelligence checks related to researching creature spells or other ancient or secret lore. Do you count that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, come on. 26.
Okay.
Oh boy.
You are not. I mean, you are not sure. Like you're not 100% sure.
Mhm.
You are maybe 80% sure
Okay.
that the theory is sound. That you could, in theory,
Okay.
do what you just described.
Okay.
Now I would like for you to please let's see how this is gonna go, because I'm not 100% sure how this is gonna go.
That's fine.
Okay. Make me an investigation roll.
Okay. $21.
21.
Jesus. You rolled a 7.
Investigation
what I
is like his top tier.
There's a few things he's very good at.
And the ones he is good at, he's very good at.
Okay.
That's amazing.
That was a really good roll.
Mhm.
It was not quite enough.
That's
So,
fair.
as you're looking into the lock, what remains of the lock, you see plenty of metal shavings, but you can't tell one metal from the next. You don't know what belongs to the lock and what belongs to the key.
If only you had someone who knew this lock so well.
Hey, Kellyanne,
Yeah.
what kind of metal was used for the key?
We just found the key.
It was some kind of gold alloy.
Okay,
Why?
I have an idea.
We're gonna blow it up.
I'm listening.
Well, if I can find some shavings from the key, I might be able to summon the key.
Huh. How big of shavings?
Whatever, and literally as big as you can get and as much as we can get.
Okay. Can I take a look at the lock?
you may roll an investigation. And since you are familiar intimately with this lock, you will have advantage.
That sounds.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Intimately.
19. Yep.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of oxidation. There's a lot of corrosion. You're not able to pick out what's lock and what's not.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's any remains. I mean, we didn't really like.
Well maintained the door.
Well,
The door wasn't the important part.
yeah, the door wasn't the important part actually. I mean, I'm not seeing anything in the lock that looks like it doesn't belong.
All right.
That was a good idea.
That was a very good idea. As a matter of fact. Take that for the idea.
Well, I tried.
Do you have any grand ideas?
I think we could get the city evacuated, but it's gonna come at a cost.
What's the
As all
cost?
things do.
So we will have to use some of the Rosk's forces and some of the Armada's forces to carry out the evacuation.
Where would we send them?
So we'll need to clear.
To where? There's, I think the closest real city of size is like
Hang on.
a day or two away.
You wouldn't happen to have, I don't know, like a lead-lined room here?
Yes.
Great, we should talk in there.
That's actually a really good point.
That sounds like a really good way to get a disease, actually.
We don't know that yet at this point. in
Oh,
history.
okay. Right.
Good for your health.
Very well. Follow me.
Okay.
We all die.
As you're about to leave the storeroom, Killian, make me a perception check.
Because every mansion has a lead line room.
I mean,
Probably most dragon mansions
if you
do.
if you live in a place where magic is common.
17.
17. Okay.
Yep.
Standing sort of not too far from the stairs, just sort of like standing there, not functional, doesn't appear,
Mm-hmm.
is a mechanical man. Nate, would you describe his character?
I knew this was happening. I knew this was happening.
So you see a fairly average height. I think I got him at 5'8", something like that. Kind of built, stocky. His skin is like all like kind of like a shiny black with gold accents for the joints and stuff like that. He seems really built tough. He seems like a fighter. But what's interesting is that he is wearing a full chef's outfit.
It's cute that you think that's the interesting part to kill you.
Yeah.
That's more likely to be interesting to Lucas.
Yep.
So he has the chef hat, he has an apron, the belt to go with it, and some shoes, and it's all white with like a dark blue accents. And I'll post a picture in the thing later. He's got a frying pan, chef's knife, and like a whisk and a ladle. So
Are you active? No.
At this point, he is deactivated.
Weirdest suit of armor I've ever seen. Just keep
Really?
what was your perception?
Oh, to notice you, 17.
Yeah, 17.
Secrets.
Would he notice that?
If it helps, I do have detect magic up constantly.
He's not active.
I know.
Yeah, he's not active, but there is some like intrinsic magic about him, and you're actually attuned to the goddess of life, correct? It is actually sort of tugging at that part of you more so than like arcane magic. There's something living about that construct.
Well, as they are all filing out because Killian did not succeed on his wisdom saving throw, I'm gonna go walk over to the robot.
Okay. He's just standing there.
What does the face look like?
I'll actually send a picture. It's it's black with gold accents. The eyes is just like round eyes. Gold on the outside. Kind of a well, I guess since he's deactivated, they wouldn't be lit up. So
Yeah.
Okay, but like a human shaped, just like nose.
Yeah,
it's,
humanoid.
all the. Okay.
I'll send you a picture.
I mean, he did go to the trouble of creating it on Hero Forge, so
Yeah.
Good
you've
for
got
him.
an
Yeah.
idea what
There it is.
that looks like.
So that, but huge. Or not huge, I guess, but
I'll send you a picture.
Oh, I love it. That's pretty much what I pictured, yeah.
Oh goodness.
Hmm.
I dare to wonder what that whisk does.
I love that. That's
I'm
incredible.
gonna look at the base of the neck
Okay.
because if Killian was gonna put a switch on a robot,
All right.
that's where he'd put it.
Make your investigation roll.
$25.
Oh yeah, you find it pretty easily. It is hidden enough that unless you were like familiar with this type of construct and construction, you probably wouldn't have found it. But you're a mechanical mind, so you
Yeah.
found it.
Just a note, it wouldn't be on my neck. It would be on my forearm.
So there you go.
The more you know. Against my better judgment, I'm gonna flip that switch.
All right,
expecting
Alright.
nothing else from me.
and the mechanical man whirs to life.
And combat stats.
He comes to life. His eyes glow red.
Oh, actually,
Activated.
that guy.
You activated his rage.
Oh,
Oh no, he's a
See?
barbarian.
I feel like I could have seen this coming.
I should have. Should have.
Probably should have. Yes.
yeah.
Nate's character
All
may
right.
not live
So what you
long.
doing?
It's this again.
So what you doing there? You've activated your rage. Are you actively
Raging?
making an attack? Because if so, we need to resolve initiative real quick.
I don't want to, but it seems like it's what should happen.
Okay, so make your initiative roll.
Alright.
I don't want to,
Yeah.
but I built my character this
Yeah.
way.
I got a 9. I got bad initiative.
See, you think that's bad, but I rolled a 1 for a grand total of 4.
Oh
dear.
oh dear.
Frying pan.
So
Does that mean he's surprised?
so yeah, unfortunately, so you hit the activation switch. You see all of the magic sort of flow out from the core of this creature, and the eyes go red and it moves. So what you doing there, Nate?
I was not expecting battle.
That seems like a silly thing not to expect.
That does.
Well,
Right.
well, yeah. You know, of all buttons, you know.
You thought Killian wasn't gonna look for a power switch? Silly man. You silly man.
It's just like the badger all over again.
Yep.
Oh.
Did you get it?
Oh,
You're not supposed to do that.
Yippee!
your dice is spinning. I was like, what is?
Yes.
Because this also makes that noise. And I was like, did I?
I'm gonna make a judgment call here.
You know what they say, blood, sweat, and tears.
Blood, sweat, some more blood.
Okay.
We bleed.
Given what I remembered last, as we went to detail on that before, backstory and all that.
Yeah.
And I don't know where I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be in a defensive position, but I'm going to hold my action.
So your rage will immediately end.
So it's like,
Mostly the frying pan is ready to come at you.
Should have thought this one through better.
Hey guys, did we lose Killian?
I don't think we lost
I'll
him.
go get
per se.
him. Step back down the stairs.
He's watching for any aggressive movement.
Offensive protocols disengage.
Hey, Seabiscuit!
odds are
I say the magic words.
Odds are evens.
Even.
Nate. Evens?
Yeah.
For the moment, you do not understand common.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense. I'll go with my secondary language.
Parlez-vous français?
Right.
So currently he's like ready to try and dodge out of the way. He's gonna slowly lift one foot up.
What language do you speak?
Killian speaks Common, Elven, Dwarven, and Arcanum.
Can I use my secondary
What
language?
What is your secondary?
Dwarven.
You can. You also, if you don't have it down, put down that you know Arcanum. Actually,
Don't like that.
What is that? Arcane?
Arcanum
Arcanum.
is the language of magic.
No. Okay.
I might never would get that.
So I will say in Dwarvish, I guess. Friend or foe?
Friend.
Make a persuasion check.
The question in your tone.
Are you asking me or telling me?
Yes. 14.
14. And Nate, I suppose you can counter that with straight wisdom roll.
Would it be wisdom or insight?
Oh, insight. Yeah,
Insight?
they get an insight roll.
Ooh, insight's +7. 15.
You tell me what he learns from that. He beat my persuasion.
Yep. So,
Killian's
He's
not a
nervous.
bad guy.
seems to be telling you the truth.
He'll put the pen down to the side.
And about this point, Artemis comes tromping down the stairs.
Killian.
No.
Tromp, 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 tromp. So there's somebody else coming down the stairs now.
Killian. Killian.
Defensive.
No, it's okay.
Oh,
No,
yes,
stay
it does.
there. Stay there.
You'll notice that this time, though, since my rage is gone, my eyes turn blue.
I'm going to assume that means happy mode.
It's okay, but you're telling me to stay here. That
Yes, stay.
not
No,
fill me with
stay,
confidence.
stay where you are. Do not come down the stairs.
And now I'm speaking in Dwarvish. Who are you?
My name is Killian.
who are you talking to?
Stay where you are. Don't worry about it.
Do you understand Dwarven?
Killian.
Actually, I understand all languages now.
Yeah.
My name is Chef.
Of course it is.
I'm Jiff.
Jiff.
Hi, Chef.
Did you say Chef or Jeff?
I said what you said.
Which was what?
My name is Chef.
Yeah, with a hard CH
Yes.
there. Yep. Chef.
Where am I?
That's a Where do you last remember being?
On the ship.
You're not there.
What kind of ship?
Should I? Should I describe it?
You can actually give him. You can actually give him a name.
Workhorse.
I was upon this ship. She was beautiful.
I was a chef on the ship Workhorse.
Cassius!
Yes.
Where did you pick up the mechanical man?
Oh,
Here and there.
I don't recall completely. It was one of those put it back together sorts of projects. Why?
An old Lego set.
Oh,
Bionicle.
no reason. Huh.
Do you know this ship?
Maybe. Why don't you describe that ship for me?
And I'll go about describing what I
He will
remember.
describe Seabiscuit for you.
Aha. Of course I'm familiar with that ship.
My ship.
Can you take me there?
Ooh. Eventually. Yeah, sure.
Chef's gonna look around, just kind of scan over where he is, all that stuff, where he's looking at. And then I guess everybody else is like up the stairs.
Yeah, they're up the stairs. Real quick question: were you going to want that armor that we talked about?
Yes.
Okay. Scanning the room, you actually see it on an armor stand, sort of across the room a little ways.
Okay.
By armor set, he means new apron.
Exactly.
That plus some.
It's made of aluminum foil.
Aluminium.
Okay. Yes, I will walk over to the armor and scan its size, see if it fits.
Oh, well, it should. It's yours.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
Le croissant, le
jeez.
croissant.
No more.
Sorry.
Don't want the House of Mouse coming after us.
The musical Tourette's just took me there, man.
So it is.
It's
You
a
do
common thread.
You do sort of remember that it's yours, and so you scan it and re-verify that yes, it will in fact fit you.
And I will start putting it on.
Okay.
Cassius!
Yes.
So I turned on your mechanical man and he appears to be appropriating one of the pieces of your collection.
What? Stop! 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 Stop!
Oh,
Stop!
sure.
Stop! Stop!
You can walk right past.
Pardon me, and he sort of pushes you aside. And
This is your house, my friend.
how did you? I've been. How did you turn? How did you do that?
I flipped the on switch.
Where?
On his forearm.
His forearm? The on switch is supposed to be in the skull.
I mean, yeah, it is where I looked first. To
I'm
be
gonna
fair.
step back up and
Why
just
you think it's
gesture
not there?
everybody else to come back down the stairs, since this is
Oh,
clearly
no,
not ending
if he
soon.
told you not to go down, I'm not going down.
That's exactly why he's not there.
Your parents too. I'll just gesture for everyone. This is gonna take a while, I suspect.
Oh, great. What happened?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Nobody tells me anything. Mostly that's a good thing, but
Do we wait up here or do we go down? Because I'm sure whatever. Okay, here's my thought. If we go down, we're going to have to come back up.
it's not that many stairs. We were only up like a
But
flight.
we're going to fight people. We got to conserve our energy.
I like the way you think.
Why
Logic is sound.
He is not wrong.
It's not logic I share.
I'll just
but
leave you
it's
here.
sound.
Because,
That's fine.
Cassius
I'll
tried to
go with
stop
you,
me.
Artemis.
That is a remarkably good fit, my mechanical friend.
His name is Chef. Hard CH.
Of course it is. Was this perhaps yours?
Yes, it was assigned to me
Assigned to you by whom?
from the previous owner.
Do you remember who that was? As you try to access that part of
Yeah.
the database, it is not. It's corrupted data.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Information
the same.
I
unknown.
forget. No, I forget the name of the robot
Ben.
from Treasure. Yeah, Ben.
Oh my
It's
goodness,
Ben.
it's Ben.
What?
I was thinking of the actual like.
Yeah, no, it's Ben.
Yeah.
The robot is missing.
He's missing his memory
Oh.
thing to be able to find the.
See, my brain went to immediately like PS4 that's old. Just.
So,
So that's a no.
why is the suit of armor talking?
Because I turned it on.
Killian?
Yes.
That's real weird.
He's
I have nothing to say in my defense.
Okay. Okay.
robosexual.
just goes down
Go with
with more arms.
So by now he's taken off his chef clothes and put the armor on. And
Okay.
Still has a pan and a
Well,
whisk.
it's not like I was going to use it, but okay.
What is your name?
Terribly sorry. Cassius.
Cassius. I am chef.
Pleasure to meet you, Chef. I am glad to see that you seem to be mostly functional. I was afraid for a moment that I hadn't yet collected all of the parts.
Some information is missing.
Oh,
Yeah, because the memory bank is in the hand of this skeleton that's sitting on it.
Rigged to explode.
I am so very sorry. Apparently, some of your
the ship.
memory cells are either missing or damaged.
I'm gonna turn back to Killian. Just looks at you.
Well, the eyes aren't red like they were earlier, so we're gonna call this progress.
Oh, that
Yep.
they were red before.
Yep.
Interesting.
He says he's from the tower.
Is he now?
That's what he says.
Not a tower, a ship called Workhorse.
Like I said.
Very well. Understood. Were you perhaps part of the crew previously?
I was part of the crew. I was the
Crew.
chef.
Well, it seems.
Did you go
It
down
seems
to?
you have another pair of hands.
No, I'm
You're just hanging out with
I-
I
You're like their stairs.
suppose we should introduce him to the captain. Oh, Lucas! Yeah? Well, I have another crew member for you to meet.
Remember, you volunteered for captain.
I really didn't. I got it downloaded, and only because. What is it this time?
As you come down the stairs.
Yeah. The statue?
It's just not.
Say hello to the captain of the workhorse.
This is Captain?
It is now.
Yeah, I'm
What
captain.
happened to previous Captain?
Well,
I don't know.
He's the chef.
You are a captain of Workhorse?
tis the what?
understand.
Yes, it has been renamed to Seabiscuit for some reason, but yes.
Seabiscuit. Noted.
Oh.
I am chef.
Hello, chef.
I'll give you one guess what his job is on the ship.
Chef.
Chef.
Okay. Yay.
Any other surprises?
Any other surprises you'd like to share with me, Killian?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Nope. Oh, you now know what I know.
Hey, Simi, does this mean he adopted someone to the group?
I mean, yeah. It's not just me.
Wow.
I don't turn him on first. That's weird. But
Well, you have to turn him on, otherwise he can't do anything.
Okay. Let's leave now.
Where do I put in my notes?
I would have thought that you, of all people, understood how that worked, but okay. Okay, he's gonna walk up the stairs.
So for game mechanics, I am a barbarian war cook.
Okay.
So,
War cook?
yes.
A war cook.
Think Steven Seagal Under Siege.
Ah, okay.
for all of us who watched plentiful Steven Seagal movies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I actually have seen that one.
I have. It's been so long.
Yeah.
Movie night.
My mom was a big Steven Seagal fan.
That does not shock me in the slightest.
No.
All right. So Killian is moving up the stairs. Well, I
Following.
suppose we were on our way to a lead-lined room.
Oh yeah, that's what we were doing.
And so Cassius sort of keeps glancing over his shoulder, watching the new automaton, and leads the way up the stairs.
This seems like a really poor choice. I'm just gonna follow.
I agree, but I don't know what the heck else is going on.
This is my first adoption, so I'm excited.
How does it feel?
I mean,
It's not fun when they just adopt random things they find on the side of the road.
We get
Is
to
it?
the room.
So Cassius leads you to a different part of the manor, down another set of stairs. So you're back underground again, but in a spot that was separated from where you were before, and then sort of pulls back this really, really heavy, really, really thick door.
Mhm.
Ushers you all in, closes it behind you. Now, there aren't any lights on in this room, so as he closes the door, it is pitch black. You hear him sort of shuffle along the wall and flip a switch, and magical torches pop on. And for those of you who are, used to torches that flicker and gutter and whatever, these don't do that. They just poof. They're just rather like the lights on the bridge of Seabiscuit.
All right.
So, things have escalated.
We brought him up to speed.
No, I mean,
More so.
oh dear.
the tower
What
taking
happened
out
with the-
all of the people makes everybody think that Rosk is making his move.
Scared now.
So they all gathered around the tower to figure it out. So we probably just went from having, weeks, maybe a month to plan, to like a day maybe to plan.
Oh, so the getting everybody out is kind of a
Well, I think maybe we can still make that work, but our timetable just got moved up significantly. I'm not sure that Rosk is going to last very long holding the tower.
Okay.
So what happened? Why did the tower go haywire? Do we know?
I
I suspect we do.
Yeah.
Do we?
I would like to apologize for that a lot. I seem to have been slapped down in the middle of our exit with,
How about you define what slap down means?
I had the whole ship thing happen to my brain, and apparently,
Which is why she passed out in front of me.
yeah, and apparently I'm the weapons person, which,
I didn't designate that.
well, something did.
What's the point of being a captain if I don't get to order you all around?
Oh,
I mean-
is that what you want?
I mean,
Is that what you want to do?
no.
That sounded a lot like a yes.
Insight check.
No, I'm bummed.
But I wasn't. I was stoked.
But
Is that from?
That's from
It's
an
a
SNL
SNL,
skit.
yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. Really? Because you sound excited. No, I'm bummed. And then to like the jump cut to the camera documentary. But I wasn't bummed. I was stoked.
Anyway. Okay.
So that was you.
Yeah, but I should defend myself in this. I was trying to ask what the command to fire was. It just heard the
Yep.
word fire in the sentence
Yep.
and did not hear the question.
Yep.
The fire was not the first word in the sentence.
I
it
suppose
was a
I should be
full
glad
question.
it didn't use fire.
Yes. I did at least set everything to stun, because I felt like we should
That
probably
is
discuss.
accurate. Nobody
before-
died.
Yeah, but before we did anything crazy, I wanted to be able to discuss with people.
Well, because that happened, that I don't know how long we have before things boil over there.
Shit. I'm sorry.
This is, it is
What's
what it
done is
at
done.
this point.
There's nothing we can do about it now.
Is this the same ship called named Seabiscuit,
Yes.
formerly known as
Workhorse, yes.
The artist formerly known.
Do you know what the command to fire is?
Evidently,
well,
it's
apparently
fire.
I'm just not allowed to say anything that even relates to a wood-burning stove.
I hope desperately that there is not a fire aboard the ship at any
Oh,
point
wait a
in
minute, I'm
time.
still talking Dwarvish, aren't I? Yeah. Do you know Dwarvish?
Oh,
She knows all languages.
Yes.
Yeah, she
Okay.
can speak any language.
Okay.
I'm also picking up on the Dwarvish, so we're good.
Okay.
Does Lucas?
Do I know Dwarvish?
Lucas is the only one out in the dark.
interesting question.
Because you and I are speaking.
I lied.
common,
I have no
but
idea
Everyone
what's going
understands it as whatever it is they
I do not have
Yes.
Dwarvish.
I don't.
I don't either. I lied. I don't.
So you two can't understand what he's saying or what I'm saying to him, but you can understand those two.
Oh, so I don't know you, Captain. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Well, no, because I said he was
Oh, you said-
captain.
okay.
Yeah, and I speak
Yeah.
Dwarvish.
But I didn't say anything back to you, so.
Okay.
Well, so evacuating the city.
Yeah.
So I think at this point, I really think we only have one option. And that is we need to rally the forces we can, and we're going to have to move fast and strike hard and beat her to the punch.
Okay.
So
The punch of. Sorry, which punch?
we're
Like
going to
fighting
have
first?
to. We're
Like
going to
striking
have
first?
to assault the cloister and try and take her out before she makes her move.
Gotcha.
At this point, we aren't ready, but hopefully neither is she. And our best advantage right now is to move faster than her.
So, okay. Just so I'm on the same page, like, your idea is to fight our way to her house? and
Sort of.
then-
right now, I don't think we need to fight to her because as of right now, we are an unknown quantity. But
No.
I do think
We're not an
was
unknown
there
quantity.
more that I've missed.
Well, people saw us leave.
Of course, but we are unknown in terms of where our loyalties lie.
They know it's not with her.
They know that perhaps you are not with her.
Are you?
As far as she is aware, I am still firmly under her thumb.
I doubt that. I think that she knows exactly where your loyalties lie because she can read minds.
I've been very careful. You know how I told no one to tell me anything of relevance because I did not want it to be
I
passed
mean,
along?
maybe she doesn't know, but it does not remove the fact that at this point, we are what we had on our side. The advantages we had over them were they didn't know that we had allied ourselves with Rusk. They didn't know that we were going to plan to outmaneuver them. They were in a position where she felt like she could wait as long as she needed to. Rosk was not a threat, so she didn't actually need to worry about dealing with him, because at any point in time she could just take him out. Now, Rosk has some secret weapon that nobody knows how it works. Nobody knows why it happened or what happened. All they know is it happened, and it came from his tower. And so now maybe he is a threat.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of agree with Killian. Better safe than sorry.
So my plan, and I use that in a very loose sense here, would be if we can get Rosk and the Armada to back us, and anybody else we can convince in the city to back us, we launch an assault against her forces and potentially the Inquisition forces. Using that whole chaos
Distraction?
as a distraction,
I see.
we as a group try and use that chaos to our advantage and infiltrate into her keep and try and take her.
Now, we are back to what I discussed before. We are back to just trying to remove the two heads.
Yeah, we don't really have any other options.
I'm just making sure that I'm clear on that.
We are out of. At this point, if we keep trying to stall out to maneuver our players, she is more powerful than us. She has better intelligence, better resources. The only other option is we completely pull back. We have Rosk evacuate all of his forces. We all leave the city and build up our forces outside and then march in when we gather our full strength. And that means we lose the tower, we lose the initiative, and she has time to prepare for us because it's not a secret what we're doing.
Can the
She'll
tower
see us
not
leaving.
move at
And
all?
as Cassius, and as Cassius
It can fly
said,
around.
we would be leaving the civilians to their own devices.
True.
But the tower has a 10-minute flight time, so it could get out of the
But
city.
depending on its flight
but-
speed,
But moving it out of the city that's just as bad as us
right?
abandoning
No, I
it.
know. It'd be able to.
Well,
go 30
just
miles.
if we are talking about potentially leaving the city to gather forces anyway, I just don't see that leaving the tower.
That is the only other option, and I think that ends in us losing.
Potentially.
I don't see any way that we are able to gather enough forces to be able to push back.
15 minutes of flight time.
So the idea that I'm seeing is if we don't strike now, she just gets stronger and something happens.
Yep.
Yes.
So the idea is if we don't do anything, nothing's going to be done.
Right. If
I
we
mean, who else would be able to do it? No one.
I know very few people here, so
if we don't act right now, she is able to basically she can now prepare for us. Right as of right this minute, she was not prepared to deal with the tower or with us.
I mean, she probably at this moment is probably preparing.
Right, which is why the faster we move, the better chance we have.
Yeah.
It's not ideal. It's not how I would have wanted to do it, but we don't. Our hand got played for us.
We have to move.
So the idea is we have to get an army together and strike by tomorrow or in a day and a half.
As soon as
Yep.
possible.
Yep. But it's probably been a day and a half just to get all of the forces gathered.
We can take Rosk's.
That's what I mean.
We can take
Well,
part of Rosk's forces and part of the Armada, and have them once we start the attack. Because again, we're going to try and move fast and hit hard. As soon as that starts, we can take some of the forces and they can start evacuating civilians away from the danger zones and out of the city. Now, the problem with that is it means we have less forces for the attack. The upside is it's getting civilians out of the way.
Hey, Dad.
who's
Do
just
you
been
think
here
you
the
could
whole time.
convince the Armada to fight with us? I mean, this isn't really their fight.
True, but statistically, there's probably a few people who are upset that they don't get to fight.
And
So now we're giving them an
it is their
opportunity.
fight.
Yes.
Because the people that are in power are the same people that let what happened happen. They're the same kind
That
of
is
people who
true.
would do it again if they were given the chance.
Exactly.
And I know the Adderwood is. I mean, he's pretty adamant how upset everyone is.
I
So,
think we could probably convince Red Adder to go along.
mhm.
And he carries an awful lot of weight. Where he goes, a lot of people will follow.
He seemed to be, I don't know, impressed might be the wrong word, but he seemed to be intrigued by my role in this as the champion justice.
I'm sorry, but
Oh, what she said was the champion of the god of justice.
Oh, right.
So I could go with you to help. I doubt he'll take much convincing, but if it would be useful, I can go and help discuss things.
just okay. Yeah, that.
I don't know if it's necessary, but
I mean, it can't hurt.
it's my
Are you
thought.
really?
We're too busy for this conversation right now.
I mean, we got quite a walk.
Yeah.
I mean,
And he did show up in your bed.
do we want to?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Seriously?
That's what happened.
You've actually met Zoigan?
Yeah.
Make me a history check.
History 0.
Wait a second.
Oh yeah, that is definitely what is happening here.
Uh-oh.
The name jogs something. You don't quite get there yet, but it jogs something.
We're the group that work first.
I think so.
Oh, interesting.
Also, at this point, I'm sensing no danger. I'm taking off my armor and put my chef uniform back on.
He just put it on. It's all right.
Yep. Okay.
Was that an immediate
I stuffed it
change
in
of
my
purpose?
bag of holding.
There are a number of people within the order that I should probably speak to.
Ooh, dangerous.
It is.
Yeah.
But they are also going to be either against us or with us.
Would it be better for you to talk to them or to send someone on your behalf? Because I have a way of contacting Rosk.
They're not with Rosk.
No, but at this point, everyone who's not with Corel or the Inquisition is with us, and that happens to
The thing
include
is
Rosk
technically, they would all be under Corel.
now.
Because that's where I worked.
I mean, if he could get a hold of one of them and try and get information.
He should.
They
be
won't
able-
know anything.
He should be able to get them a message, though. I mean, I told the whole value of having him on our side was that we then have somebody in the cloister who can.
I suspect that a number of the propounders, the particular section that I worked with, will be upset if they understand the depth to which they've been deceived,
Fair.
and
We don't
would
want
likely
you-
fight with us.
I don't want her to catch whiff.
That's the thing. Is at
I
this
think
point,
it is safe
I
to
think
assume
I
she
think
already
she's already
knows.
whipping.
She's, yeah.
Also, how careful have you guys been about talking about this?
Oh,
mean,
very
we don't-
openly. Yeah.
what?
That's,
No.
Yeah.
that's not. I
That's
mean,
about what I would expect.
With there are a number of people that I need to get to quickly before they can be turned against us. People that I do trust, though I don't necessarily know what they may decide.
You realize there's a very, very good likelihood that you get captured trying to speak to them in the cloister right now.
And if found out, probably killed, I would assume.
At
If
this
you're
point,
lucky.
I think that is not unlikely for any of us.
Do you need to do it yourself, or can you have someone send a message?
I don't know that they will trust it from anyone but myself.
There's
Especially considering the
there's nothing you
contents.
could put in that message that would tell them it's genuine.
Given what we know about Corel, no.
Okay. Oh, yeah, where's Acherai?
Wait, where was
Is
he
he not
last?
with you?
You
Wait,
brought
we sent him
back,
home with
right?
you.
I got called back to the order, and we got separated. Oh,
Shit. I'm gonna pull out the sending stone.
Wait, you're in a lead-lined room. You have to step outside.
Yeah.
Oh, also, somebody was scrying on me when I was making my getaway from the cloister, so just assume you are being scryed on
Oh, I forgot.
consistently.
Please step outside if you wish to make a phone call.
So I'll step outside.
okay.
Acherai. This is Simi.
Leave a message.
I need to know where you are. And yeah, I really need to know where you are. Love you, bye. She sits there awkwardly holding a rock,
Okay.
hoping for it to do something.
How confident are you in being able to get in and out of the cloister on your own?
Relatively. I can get in and out provided that they don't decide that they're with her. If they do, then I'm less confident. But I think it's a chance I have to take, because either they're going to be with us or they're going to be against us.
Do you want us to send someone with you?
It's probably better that you don't.
Ah.
Because if I'm going to get caught, it's better that it's not two of us if this is going to go south.
Fair?
I've lived a
You
long
feel a
life.
little vibration in your pack.
Inside the
Hold
net,
on a
no.
minute, I'm being buzzed.
Excuse me?
He's still in the lead-lined room, right?
Well, the door's open.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's
dig
got a
through
little
my,
lock.
yeah, I'm gonna dig through my pack and be like, what is that? Why is that? And he pulls out this old bag. Oh! I forgot I had these, and I'm gonna dump them out.
One of them is.
Which one?
Yeah, you'd left it on vibrate?
I don't remember whose this is, but I'm gonna find out.
So it's the one that's linked to James.
Oh.
I activated.
Hello. We've been trying to reach you about your Shaggin's extended warranty.
Interesting, because I would be the one who would have a. That's an interesting message to receive. Oh, throws back in the bag, drops in. Okay, that was nothing important.
That was it?
Okay. You're gonna go talk to people in the order. We have to go talk to the Armada. We also should talk to the Merchants Guild.
But we probably should divide and conquer if we're talking to everybody.
Unfortunately, yes.
If we got to get this done sooner than later, we're gonna have to.
Unfortunately, I agree.
I've got the.
You two should probably go talk to the Armada.
Yep.
That makes
Well,
sense.
yeah, I gotta
Taking the
take
Bramble
my
Vantage's
yeah,
bag.
Yeah.
and I'll probably
We'll take
leave
to the
mom and
bank.
dad with them.
Okay.
Somebody needs to
And
talk to
the
Bianca.
Merchants
You're-
Guild.
Yeah.
You do your thing, and then.
Is there
what do we
any
do with
way
Do
the-
you cook?
Well,
by
you're the
way?
captain. I think he has to come with you.
Okay, you're with us.
Okay.
I can't understand it.
No, we're not speaking
I
at
mean,
you.
the captain would like you to accompany us.
I have errors. Can you fix?
Maybe with time.
Upsetting.
Is there anything that can be done to magically shield my mind so that she can't pull information or see me? I don't actually know what the options there are. Magic is, again, beyond...
Well, first of all, we'll start with Cassius, our wonderful friend, and at this point, I feel like our patron, our sponsor, perhaps.
Sugar Daddy.
I mean,
In your great wealth of the many wonderful things you've collected over the years, do you have an item that could help him?
or at least to make it so that if I get caught, that there's nothing she can pull from me that will hurt you further.
Either something to protect his mind or a cyanide pill to off him if he gets caught.
If you don't, that's fine. I
Flashbang.
do.
Optical. What do you call
Optical
those?
flashbangs.
flashbang.
If you don't, I do.
Give me
Yep, sure.
about 5 minutes.
Absolutely, we'll be here.
Thank you.
It's not an ideal solution.
Nothing right now is an ideal solution.
But it might do in a pinch. Perhaps share yours while I'm gone. I'll be right back.
Okay. I blow on my hand and I reveal my
Your ring of mind shielding.
mind shielding. This'll do it.
I hate to take that from you if you may be facing her soon anyway. Perhaps let's see what Cassius has in store first.
That seems like the best move.
Agreed.
Okay, for you two. What I would tell for you four, I suppose, what I would tell the Red Adder, basically what I've said, make it clear to him the expectation is not that his forces need to win, although that wouldn't
That'd be
hurt.
great.
But the more important thing is to cause enough chaos and draw enough of her forces away and enough attention away that we have an easier time infiltrating into the keep to deal with her and the Hellfont.
So, a distraction.
Yeah, as much as you can pull away from their defense to give us the opening we need.
We are quite used to guerrilla tactics.
I assumed you were.
It
I
would
get
probably be.
guerrilla tactics. I got you.
Yeah.
Was that racist?
No,
No, I made the joke. I mean, I might be racist against gorillas, but no,
species,
not really.
but it's-
Species.
I
yes.
didn't.
It
Was it
seems.
okay.
It was a
you,
good
though.
joke. It was a good joke.
Thank
it really
you, though,
was.
for being
Okay. I just want to be
sensitive to such
Yeah, I
matters.
want to. So, okay, sorry.
But
carry on.
yes, that type of hit and fade kind of attacks are our forte, actually.
I assumed so.
My worry is that the Order tries to instead turtle up. Is that one? I just.
I think at this point,
Since we're
we're kind of running risks. And I think it's just.
Oh, I was talking about being racist again.
Oh, I missed that one. That's. on
Is
me.
that?
Right.
I'm worried that instead of moving against anything outside the city, they just shut it down.
That's why their job and Rosk's job is to pose enough of a threat, or at least to make it look like it's enough of a threat that they can't ignore it. Because if they do that, if they decide to withdraw everybody and just try and hold out the siege, at that point we have the advantage.
Would it be smarter to go to the? I almost said castle. Is it a castle? The keep, where the queen is.
Oh, we can't get in there right now.
No one can get in near that. There's a
Forcefield.
shield
Well,
around it.
Well, I don't. I guess I'm just spitballing here. I don't.
No, I mean not a bad idea, but just not an option.
Yeah. Again, we have neither the time nor the manpower
So
to figure that out.
Where should we tell them to focus
We're
their attention?
gonna have to strike the cloister. That she,
Is-
if
is
she
the clo- okay.
if she is worried about, if she feels she's in danger, she will act to protect her seat of power, which is that keep in the cloister that she controls.
Which is problematic for us, though.
Except if she only worries about that, she loses all the other ground around it. She loses access to the city, and now she has to withstand a siege. She can't get any more. Well, I guess technically she could, but she's limited in what she can get in or out. We can then keep gathering forces. We can bring supplies from other places. I don't think she was willing to take that risk, and I don't think she's willing to lose face by not confronting the threat to her power head on. Also, I'm hoping that it will be enough of a concern, especially the one advantage to what happened with the tower is that she doesn't know what else Rosk might be able to do. So now she can't take that risk.
Did you just stab yourself again?
No. Now the hamster is hiding a file.
Wow.
And is no longer
He has a
metal
magnetic
detector
hamster.
safe.
Careful, he has a knife.
He does.
Yeah, to get it though is rough.
Yeah, really go digging.
Like the little smirk he
How
has.
deep is it in there?
Huh?
How deep is it in there?
Oh, deep enough.
So it's not like it's gonna like push out and punch me and cut me, is it? Can
No.
you feel it at all?
No,
Only a little bit.
Okay.
he ate it.
Gone in the
Okay.
It's
that's
gone
fine.
forever.
It'll be a love cut.
Exactly.
Sure. Okay.
Just him reminding you to behave.
Inform him that we will have allies in the order and probably, hopefully, some in the city guard.
Can I see him? He's so adorable.
Zoom. Oh, that's so good.
Yeah,
it looks so good in
Depending
the
on if you
camera.
squeeze him too hard.
He might be a little stabby.
In fairness, if you
As-
squeeze a
as
regular
befits
hamster
Zoom.
too hard,
They are also stabby. All of a sudden.
It looks really good. It really looks good.
Yeah, you're doing a good job with that. That is amazing. Okay.
Anyway, so inform him that we'll have allies within the order and potentially in the city guard.
So don't stab everybody.
Yeah, so he knows that there will be some working with him. We'll work out some way of distinguishing them.
well, the people that I'm going to talk to, should I have them pull out of the cloister? Because
That's
My-
going to have to be a decision you make. If they are inside Corell's infrastructure and you think you can get to them without tipping her off, it would be to our advantage to have them still within her ranks so they can attack from within. But I don't know if that's going to be feasible. I don't know if that'll be safe, and I wouldn't be able to tell unless I was there.
it won't
So-
be safe. That is that.
Well, I don't know how much of a risk it'll be. That you'll have to make that call yourself. So either way, if they need to, you can have them leave the cloister. You can also have them go join Rosk.
That's a difficult thing. Knowing that putting myself in danger is one thing, but
Yep. But it's where we're at.
Yeah.
Again, if we'd had the time that we wanted, we would have been able to do this much slower and much more safely. But we don't have that kind of time, so everything's a risk now. You just got to gamble on which ones pay off.
I think the tower going off kind of really pushed our timeline.
I did.
Yep.
Don't.
She just looks really guilty. She doesn't say anything. She just
It's
looks
fine. You
really
didn't do it
guilty.
on purpose.
That could have been any of us, given that none of us knows exactly how we were
How
supposed to
come
work.
I don't have a job on the ship?
Oh, give it long enough. I'm sure it'll happen.
Because as far as I'm concerned, you just inherit it somehow by tripping over and you're like, "Oh, look."
You collapse suddenly, and then you have a job.
The tower. Seabiscuit did say that there were some crew roles that, like, once it needs somebody to have that job, it just picks them.
Seems to like inheriting things.
Well, yes, but it's the people who have these thingies.
Who not to pick?
A heart?
Yeah. You don't have the crew member
these
medallion.
thingies.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay, gotcha.
But like, if
These
tomorrow it's
thingies.
like I need a head of gardening,
As long as
it's just
not
gonna look at the list and pick somebody.
Okay, as long as it's
In
not
fairness,
gonna do it
there's
to-
only one more person to pick. I did check that there were not extraneous
Good call.
thingies.
Oh, so everyone knows I did
Good band.
lock down the tower. Like, I had Seabiscuit power down most of the systems. I put a security code over any changes that might happen. That way, if Corell or other people start poking around the tower, if we lose control of it, it'd be much harder for them to figure out what it can do and gain control of it.
So, there is something that is worth mentioning. Should we die, what happens?
We're dead. What-
It is no longer our problem. I get that. What happens if there is no longer a living captain? As it would like what happened?
I would assume
To
it
the
kind
last
of goes
captain.
down like the chain of command.
Couldn't tell you.
Assume.
But like what happened? What happened to the last captain?
Couldn't tell you.
We
Don't
can
know.
ask it if we get back.
Because I would prefer that if we were to all die, that it just doesn't decide that Corel is the best option.
If we have the option of telling it to leave Red Adder in command, I would be.
If we die, then there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
All right, I will check and see what the manual says.
I mean,
Later.
The plan shouldn't be to die. Maybe.
No, but this is a
But
very
we're in kind
high
of worst case
likelihood.
scenario already, so I feel
I will not
like
lie to you. There's a very good chance that we do not make it out of this alive, given what we're up against.
Do you all have a
And the,
will?
and the lack of
Don't
preparation.
have anything to leave behind.
You know, other than a mother
I'm a thing.
and a brother.
You have a brother?
I have a brother-in-law, kind of.
Close enough.
You just hadn't mentioned that when we talked. Not important right now, of course. I just. If. I suppose that as a notary, my power probably disappears if I'm found out anyway, so I suppose that doesn't matter. I was going to say we could quickly write those out
This
for
is
you,
also
but-
probably the best part to say if anybody doesn't feel comfortable with this plan, now's the time to walk away. No hard feelings.
Are we going to ship?
To be repaired?
Hopefully. But we're gonna have to fight a lot of people first.
To gain access to said ship.
I can fight.
I bet you
That's
can.
good.
Okay, go.
I'm glad.
I can also heal.
Oh, that'll also be
That's
good.
also fabulous.
Oh, nice.
Well, in a way.
I can heal myself.
And now I'm concerned.
A self-repair function activated.
I went from being slightly reassured
I
to
can
not
use
at
the
all.
iron in your blood to repair my function.
Oh, so you're bloodbend. I see.
But yeah, so that's out on the table too. If anybody wants to walk away, now would be the time and no hard feelings.
I think I'm invested at this point.
Bunny?
This is kind of what we wanted when we got here the first time. So.
There.
For the bramble branches, are you just gonna stay with the Armada at this point?
Probably.
I think that's smart.
Neither of you are gonna go fight then.
I mean, the part that fights.
So here's the part that
Because I would rather you not.
here's the part that sucks to talk about. But if we lose, which is more than I don't think we have the best odds on this one. You should stay with the Red Adder, help command, pull as many of the people who are on our side out of the city. There is somebody else, we don't have time to get them here now, but there is somebody else we can bring in that would tip the scales in our favor. Itzat.
Do you think it would?
Rosk told me directly that if we could bring Itzat in, we would get probably, did he say a half or a third?
A third.
Yeah, we would probably pull at least a third of the order immediately. They would rally around him.
That doesn't necessarily give us power to match.
Where is this man?
I don't know exactly where off the top of my head. He's had to move around a couple times. I know someone who knows if we can reach him.
And I also need to know where Itzad is.
What?
To my magic rock.
Oh,
I know Killian already has one, but he's forgotten that he has a connection with the rock.
I don't have a rock to Itzat.
Don't you?
No.
Oh.
No, I gave that one to Akarai to use. That I had to distribute them when we were no longer running a rebellion. So, if the worst comes to worse, it's not entirely over. I will also send messages. Again, they're too far away to help right now, but we do have other allies further afield that could come, and if we had time to gather everybody together, we'd have a pretty good shot at it. So, if you feel like you're losing, don't fight to the end, pull back, regroup.
Absolutely.
This is not the hill to die on for the bulk of our forces.
Understood.
It has been a pleasure to meet each of you in case we do not meet again.
But yeah, with that
Thank you.
attitude, like
No, the
I
odds.
suspect that we will, but
The odds are not necessarily with us. I will do everything I can to meet up with you. Speaking of which, we'll have to come back to where we meet. But if I cannot see you all again, it has been a pleasure, and I am proud of all of you. From where you've come to who you've become, and to what you will do.
I hate those.
I wasn't expecting a speech. Thank you.
But
Good luck.
Thank you for the sentiment.
good luck to you as well.
And I'm
I
gonna-
suspect most of us will see each other again.
Oh,
I'm
and-
hoping
and-
for you as well, but
If I don't make it out of this, and if any of you do, my T-Weird, his favorite is grape. Please take care of him. It is currently at the warehouse.
His weird tea, like
We'll get into
Ah.
it later.
That's a discussion for later.
I don't completely understand what it is, but it's really cute.
Good luck, and
So it
I
is-
suppose it was a pleasure to meet you as well, Chef.
Are you speaking Dwarvish?
You understand me speaking common.
Yeah. The monks have an ability that you can understand them.
Oh.
Yeah, everyone understands us, and we understand everyone.
Oh, okay. Well, that's useful.
Yeah, right? Just got at this level. Good luck. I'm going to head out.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. He came back. Did he have a thing for my brain?
Yeah. Yeah. Did Cassius have a thing for his brain?
What's wrong with your brain?
So,
If I get caught, I don't want to expose you all. Because she can read minds.
so he does come back in. Has been for a second,
Yeah.
actually. He's like, this is a very sort of last ditch.
That's kind of where we're
No,
at.
so yeah, it fits our situation
It's
perfectly.
it is a last ditch effort. Do not use this unless you feel an extreme need to. And he is going to hand over to you. It looks like so it looks like one of those fuzzy like caps.
Okay.
Like with the the I don't know
The ball on top?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's
It's like the hunting cap.
it's like the hunting cap with the ear
Oh,
flaps.
yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, and fuzzy on. Well, at first glance, it looks fuzzy, but as you look a little bit closer, you realize there's something a little bit off. That's not fur. Those are tiny little tentacles.
No, that's not good.
Okay.
Do you need earplugs?
If you put this on, it will drain your intellect.
On a
Just
permanent
has
basis?
one of those? He just keeps one of those in a jar?
That's what you do,
I mean,
right?
it's been formed into a magic item, so it's like potentially permanently. The longer you wear it, the greater the chance of permanency. But
You have
on the flip side,
gun making?
if you have no thoughts in your head, she cannot read them from you.
That is technically true.
Mm-hmm.
Just a joke.
This
No.
is the best I can do to help.
That's... Thank you.
oh, or just picture yourself naked.
Okay.
Or someone else.
I am going
know.
to part before I hear anything else.
That's a good idea.
Also, now all I can see is the scene from Rogue One where he's like, Borgullet!
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck. And I'm gonna head out.
If you make it back out, this will probably be our rally point till we go. So,
Understood.
and she'll hug you before you leave. It's a really awkward, really stiff hug.
It's okay. If it's awkward, he'll just pat your head.
Yep.
I also have a -2 charisma, so.
On your way out, like, that was a really weird speech. Didn't he just meet us like last week?
Yep.
Okay. Because we've grown a lot in a week.
To be fair, he also asked about y'all's pasts and
That's
stuff.
fair.
So
That's true. That is true.
Okay.
Well, are we about to go then, everyone?
We
To their
should.
separate things.
We shouldn't waste any
Well,
more time.
have you heard from Akara yet?
No. But
yeah,
Can't.
the one who's good at finding things and people.
I don't know where he would be, and if we need to get this ball rolling, we need to get this ball rolling. If he does contact me back, what specifically do I need to say?
I don't like this, but he needs to go get Itzhak. So fill him in on what we know and tell him to go find Itzhak and bring him in.
Okay.
Yeah, as much as I'd like to have him fighting with us, I think the best move is to send him as our backup.
As soon as he tells you where he is, let me know. I'll go get him, and he and I will go get Itzhak.
Perfect. I
Yeah.
will let you know as soon as I do.
Is that where it went?
Oh, I see it. Okay.
I was about to say, well, when you're walking around in your bare feet,
That would be a terrible thing to step on.
it's like finding Legos.
Oh, so much worse. So much worse. Just stabbing myself in the finger with it was bad enough.
Well, then, yeah, I think we're...
Cassius, could I have a quick word in private?
In
the lead room.
In the library.
I guess
Do
we'll
you-
all wait outside.
Do you
Yes.
wish for the door to be closed?
Yes.
Certainly. If you'll excuse us.
Yeah, apparently.
And he closes the door.
Okay. I do a quick little hand motion and a key will appear in my hand.
Oh, the key to the door. No, different key.
It was here.
That would be amazing.
need someone to hold on to this and I can't think of a better person to.
Okay.
And I will explain to him what this is, which is the archivist's key, which basically can create a magnificent mansion, but I'll also tell him what its actual purpose is, which is the secret section of the Impelian Order.
Okay.
Oh.
So this is the key that you stole.
Yes.
Okay.
And I feel like you have a better chance of surviving than most anyone else, so I'd rather this in your hands than on my corpse.
The
I
loot drop.
thank you for your trust, my friend.
I will hand him the archivist's key.
Mm.
I will protect it with my not insubstantial might.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you all the best, my
Is he
friend.
gonna brag?
Yes, thank you.
And he puts his hand on your shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel a little flush of magic rush into you. And you're not sure what it is, but you've got the sense that he did something for you.
I will thank him and then I will exit the room.
All right. The door cracks open. Actually, before the door cracks open, see me. Bzz. Sorry,
Oh,
got waylaid by assassins.
Oh, yep, that happened again.
I'm okay, but I'm still trying to flush the poisons.
You should be immune.
He's trying to flush them, yeah.
But he should. Oh, okay, I gotcha.
more with the fact is just like, yes, you can be immune to poison. However, if they pump enough of it in you, it's just in you and just.
How do you think you become immune to poisons?
Mhm.
spend 3 years building up a resistance to
Unity.
iocane.
Exactly. But I'm okay. It's I think is in Red Larch. Do you need him?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Where are you? Nope. Cassius. There we go. Cassius can get you and take you there.
Okay. There's there's an herbalist shop down by the river, and he gives you directions.
Okay. Found Akarai. We can send him for Itzat. Itzat is in Red Larch. Akarai is currently working on flushing poisons out of his system. And
what?
Yeah, he was attacked by assassins. He sounds real rough. Please take very good care of him.
Of course.
He's at an herbalist shop, and I shall relay those same directions.
Well, I should be off then.
I am a medic.
The same with us.
Yes. Let's head over.
Good luck,
and see.
everyone.
might need your energies.
He just
Tell him we might need his energies for later.
Gerald, if they ask for any assistance, do your best to help them out. I'll be back. I hope. And Cassius walks out of the room. Walks away.
I don't like the way you said that, but okay. We should go see your extended.
family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll ready my mask, but
The
I won't put it down
relatives.
until I'm
Okay.
closer to the encampment.
And you
Okay.
guys, okay, just so I'm, and you guys are what?
We're gonna go talk to the Merchants Guild and the bank, and there's a couple other people around town that we can talk to, and then I will send messages out to our other allies farther afield so that they at least can maybe come pick up the pieces if we fail.
Yeah, that's gonna take too long.
And then we'll meet back here.
Okay.
All right.
And break.
To clarify, I go with Captain, yes?
Yes.
The one he can't
We
speak
will
to.
go with the small captain, yes.
He's a halfling. He's baby.
Oh, wee little Lucas.
Okay, I was a little bit worried about the, communication, but if you're gonna be there.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Red Larch.
So are you playing a new character, or are you just going off somewhere?
I'm just making a new one.
Oh, you are?
Because, the odds of Artemis being dead in
I mean, that's
20
fair.
minutes.
Fair.
That's fair. I suppose it don't have depends on what happens when you go talk to allies.
Who may not be allies.
Are they friends or are they?
It's always good
if
to have a
if not
backup
friend,
character.
why friend shaped?
Okay.
Friend and enter.
All right. So Artemis is off on his solo mission.
It's like maximum Scooby Doo it.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Dominic and Simi and Dom's parents are heading off to the
Harvey and Blossom.
Armada,
Mhm.
and
The rest of us
the
are
rest of
talking
you
to the bank and
are
several others.
going to the bank and several others. So we'll start with the bank and several others, since that's in town.
Okay.
You guys head off to the central bank to go speak, presumably to Bianca.
Of course.
You step into the bank. It is, as you recall, very opulent, very putting on airs as the bank does. What are you guys doing once you get there?
Is someone manning the front desk?
Yes.
Is it? Because I don't. What time of day is it at this point? It's daytime, I think.
Yeah, it's
It's
daytime,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
middle of the day.
Yeah, so
Peak
I assume
business
there's
hours, there's people coming and going. There are also plenty of guards
Yeah.
in abundance. There are people manning the information desks. There are loan officers. You know, it looks like a bank.
Mm-hmm.
Chef, make me a perception check, please.
This could only go well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
+7.
fine.
Oh, that's kind of what I'm scared of.
26.
26.
Alright, 19.
Okay. About half the people in the lobby appear to be just absolutely perfectly normal people. All of the employees of the bank, however, do not. As you look at them, they are never out of contact with the bank itself. Their feet never actually come off the floor.
So they're like shuffling.
They're like shuffling. People behind the desks. It's hard to tell that they've ever gotten out of the chairs. You're not sure that they ever have. The tellers, they're behind the teller windows, so you can only see
Yeah.
from the waist up. But they don't like move all that far side to side or front to back. They're always just kind of there.
Are they wearing shoes or are they barefoot?
They are wearing shoes.
Okay.
Shoes in the quotation marks.
Right.
Shoes.
Appears to be shoes.
It appears to be shoes.
Okay. Don't know what to make of that.
It's weird.
Okay. As I'm following, I will continue to look at, focus in on the employees.
Okay.
Specifically, I'm looking at their feet, see if I can find some inkling of if they're like barefoot or not. And
They are not barefoot. They are wearing shoes, but their feet never
they
come
never
off.
leave.
Never come off the floor.
But the regular people are.
So the regular people are walking normally. Everyone else seems to be shuffling along.
I am going to shuffle my feet.
Okay.
Good call. Nobody will ever notice.
Blending
I love
in.
that.
I'm blending in.
Okay.
This is fine. Everything's fine. I belong here.
Okay. So
Well, I guess I wouldn't know it's a mimic.
no,
So
no, you wouldn't.
They just don't not touch the
But
ground.
you're but you are shuffling along. We will come back to that. So for the rest of you,
oh.
yeah. So you're looking for someone manning the
Yep,
the
just
front desk
whatever
and
the
stuff?
front desk is.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
Yes, we need to have a meeting with Bianca. A private meeting.
Immediately.
It's of utmost urgency. Even more so than last time.
So the receptionist opens her mouth. It's Bianca's voice that comes out. Come on up.
This place still gives me the creeps.
I'm in danger every time I walk in here.
I'm in a stomach right now.
Now, chef,
Yeah.
Squish, squish,
make your
squish,
perception
squish,
check.
Squish, squish, squish.
18.
18. Okay. Two things. One, that receptionist's voice changed.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
Pay no mind.
Number two, as you're shuffling along, the marble is sort of like dragging. It's almost like it's moving under your feet as you shuffle. It's like it's not. It looks like marble, but it doesn't feel like it when you're
It's not
shuffling
quite
your feet.
solid.
It's not quite solid.
Okay.
It's very, very subtle. And if you weren't paying attention for it, you wouldn't notice it. And if you were just walking normally, you get a sense that You get a sense it would be a non-Newtonian fluid.
Uh-huh.
So as you're stepping on it, it's tensing up. But as you're dragging your feet, the tensing is in the wrong plane.
Okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Killian,
Yeah.
what is wrong with this place?
That's a long story. This place is not a place, it's a creature, but it is friendly to us.
Floor feels weird.
Yes, it always does.
What creature?
Are we in like the private hallways yet? I mean this with as much respect as I can.
The mouth of one of the paintings on the wall says, "Oh, just tell him."
It's a mimic.
Danger?
No,
But yes.
not right now.
Not to you at the moment.
Danger is a fluid concept.
Now we'll follow them to
Okay.
the back room.
All right. So you find yourself in the pseudo office of Bianca. She is, presenting as though she's sitting behind her desk as she normally does. Ah, gentlemen, Killian, Lucas, right?
There's me.
I don't know this one.
This is a new addition. His name is Chef.
Ah, excellent. What do you cook?
Are you speaking common or Dwarvish?
Doesn't understand common?
No, you have to speak in Dwarvish.
Ah, and so she repeats
Okay.
the question in Dwarvish.
What was the question?
What do you cook?
I cook food for the crew. I can also mix herbs for healing.
Oh. So you found him on a ship on a trade vessel, I guess?
We're still working on that. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a long and convoluted story.
But they all do.
Yes. However, we have some.
Not as
more
long and as
pressing news.
convoluted as our actual reason for being here, though.
Oh, this can't be good.
Nope, it never is.
Definitely not.
So what happened?
We need to have an emergency meeting with the Merchants Guild again.
Again.
Even more of an emergency than
Did
earlier
the
in the week.
armada that was coming to
Yep, more of an emergency than that one, yeah. More dangerous and more pressing than that one, yep.
Okay. It'll probably take about an hour to gather them all up.
Great.
Yeah,
How
Lead proof.
are you protected from scrying?
I don't know. No one's ever asked me that before.
I don't suppose you have a whole bunch of lead sitting around anywhere.
I don't think it would be pressing for a creature to have lead inside.
Also,
I mean-
a bad idea to have lead inside you.
Yes.
There's lead in the walls of the vault.
I don't think we
Great.
should have the meeting down
We're
there.
gonna have to have the meeting in the vault.
Unless, give me a second. Let me read some things and see if I can turn a creature
Oh yeah.
anti-scry.
Oh,
Maybe. Hang on. Maybe Lucas
Okay.
has an idea. He's thinking real hard. I can see the wheels turning.
I can smell the smoke.
How big is this bank?
How big is this bank?
it would be gargantuan.
Okay. I could warn Kainen's private sanctum this whole place.
Oh, well, in that case, let's just
With
do
your
that.
permission, of course.
Only temporarily to ensure secrecy.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, wait. Is there still an anti-magic? There's an anti-magic field in the bank. Is that still there?
Was
Yeah, because that was the thing that we discovered when we went in the bank, was that there was an anti-magic field, because we had a whole plan about how we'd have to disable it if we fought.
So that
Is it active?
When we stepped in the bank, did we lose our magical abilities, Keith?
No.
It
Okay,
still needs
yep.
to be recharged.
You people and your magic.
right?
Then yeah, in that case, yeah. Lucas, if you will, and then we can have our meeting in safely.
Okay, I will begin to cast Private Sanctum.
Humana.
Tickles.
Liber Maledictor!
Gentle darling, I haven't been handled like that in ages.
Don't make this weird.
Just that's the
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll wait for the congregation of the Merchants Guild.
How long does Private Sanctum last? Oh, it's
24 hours.
hours. That's right. Okay. True to her word, it does take very nearly an hour to pull everybody together. They show up in ones and twos into the office. All of them looking very nervous to be there.
As
That's
always.
reasonable.
So this is the second time this week, Bianca. This better be urgent.
Oh, it is, gentlemen.
Oh,
It is.
you. What is it this time? That armada turned off and.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome, by the way.
Whatever. What tidings do you bring?
Oh, dude, is this everybody? Have we got them all?
It seems to be yes.
Okay, great. So I'm going to hit you with a lot of information real fast, and then we're going to talk about solutions. It turns out one of the leading members of the Apellian Order is in fact in league with demons, has a portal to hell, and is superhuman. Also turns out that the head of the Inquisition is undead, which is a problem because the Empress is not dead. She is in fact undead, which is neither living nor dead, and is sitting in her castle with lots of power and probably working with the Inquisition. That's what we've learned.
Okay.
Now for the Cliff Notes.
What? That's a lot, and
So the solution to that is that because we have learned these things and because of how dangerous and powerful they are and the fact that they're going to take over the city if we don't stop them, we're rallying forces together to make our move. Unfortunately, due to some very unforeseen and unfortunate actions, our timetable has gone from having lots of time to plan to having no time to plan. So what I need from all of you, we're going to try and evacuate the city once the aggressive negotiations begin in earnest within the next day or so. I'd like to know if any of you could volunteer your time, your money, to helping evacuate the civilians from the city so that hopefully you still have customers after all of the dust settles.
and a partridge in a pear tree.
oh hell, someone has to ask it. Are you drunk?
No, I am not, unfortunately. I wish I was, but I just came from dealing with all of this at the Apellian Order that we were trying to infiltrate so that we could bring about a more equitable situation in the city. So it's up to you what to do with this information, but you now have forewarning that it's going to happen, and I'd very much appreciate it if you could help ensure that some people survive so you have people that you can trade with.
The fuck?
Yep, welcome to our world.
Okay.
And you're catching none of this.
Questions?
Please, someone ask a question.
I'm not sure I know what questions to ask.
Comments?
Good joke.
We're rolling.
Concerns?
See my previous statement. The Armada is on our side?
Yes, we have people headed there to ask for their aid and negotiate their help. The plan is to have them, and we have maybe somewhere between a quarter and a third
So
of the.
as you're talking, they kind of are looking between each other, and you can see
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're sort of
We have between a quarter and a third of the Apellian Order that is allied with us. So the hope is that some of the Armada's forces, some of the Apellian Order and the City Guard, and hopefully some of you wonderful gentlemen and your vast resources and networks of connections can help begin evacuating people out of the city once things happen, because we don't know exactly what's going to be unleashed as we begin our assault. Also, we don't have any way of getting through the Empress's barrier she's erected over the palace structures. And so we currently don't have any way of dealing with her. Oh, also because it's a little confusing. So the Empress is a type of undead that apparently is called a lich, and apparently she ripped her soul out of her body and put it into something else for safekeeping, so she can't die until you track down her soul and destroy that.
okay. So we can't beat her
Yet.
yet.
We're trying to fix one problem at a time. So we're going with.
So you're only going up against the force of Hellspawn.
That would be the one. Yep, that's the one we're
there's
starting
no
with.
Hellspawn yet, but we're trying to stop her from unleashing it before it gets out of hand.
Right. But that's the lesser of the two dangers facing this.
Not necessary.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So I know normally we vote on things like this, but I'm just going to call all my ships in and start loading them with people.
Just make sure you don't start until our forces storm the cloister, because if you go before then, it might tip them off and they'll be better prepared for us. We'll have less of a chance of winning. Once it starts, though, please load everybody up. Get them outside of the city. The more
Okay.
people out of harm's way, the better it is for all of us.
Okay.
Start at
I
least
need to get my
moving-
boats in place.
Yep, absolutely.
At least start moving, but not putting on boats. People who are in close vicinity of the cloister.
Yeah. Assume the cloister will be the
Ground zero.
center point of any nonsense that happens.
We'll take the evacuation plans from here. Yep.
Also, if anybody has forces that they want to commit to the attack, I will take them. I'm not expecting that you do, but we'll take them.
Most of what we're going to have would be caravan guards. I'm not sure how useful they'd be.
They'll be more useful evacuating civilians.
My thoughts exactly. Okay. Yes, we've got the.
Great. Wonderful. In that case, gentlemen, if you'll excuse us, Bianca and I have some private matters to discuss.
By all means, go right ahead.
Oh, also, once you get them on the ship, try and get them towards the Armada. We'll let them know to try and accommodate whoever you send as best they can.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, we can plan for that.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Bianca comes out from behind her desk. Again, sort of drag. She's not even attempting to animate.
I imagine she doesn't even have.
No,
the
she's not
legs.
even moving.
It's
She just
Yeah.
like a figurine with.
And she goes over to one of the walls of her office. You said you wanted privacy?
Yes, please.
And the wall just kind of melts and forms this whole other room
The appendix.
before closing off behind the three of you, and four of you, counting her. Yes.
We are not sure how successful our plan will be, because we have been forced to act quickly and without laying the groundwork we would have liked to. So, what I am about to tell you is very confidential. Please don't share this information with anyone or anything else. I don't know if you know what a dragon is.
Wait.
You've heard of one.
I've heard of them.
We have an ally that is a dragon.
Oh, Cassius.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay, great. We're already past this. So, if we fail Cassius is currently taking another one of our friends to gather our allies that are further afield. They will not get here in time to be of any use to us right now, but if we fall, the plan is to regroup outside of the city with them. If you can assist them, as you are a powerful entity, we would appreciate any assistance you could offer them. I'm not going to ask for help now. We're hoping it doesn't come to that, but if we fail, this goes from being a quick, hard strike to a long, drawn-out siege, potentially, and having a dragon and a mimic could be particularly valuable to our forces.
I will do what I can when I can.
I appreciate that.
That's all we can ask for.
She's going to reach into the wall of the room, and she's going to bring her hand back out, and she's got a little sack, and it jingles a bit. To aid you in your assault.
Money!
I'm gonna look in there.
It's little coins.
I'm gonna tickle one of the coins. Wonderful. Chef, hold on to these, please. Very gently.
I'll put the whisk away in my belt and grab it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
We'll put them to good use.
What am I holding?
That is a sack of baby mimics.
A sack that once we leave here might turn into one mimic.
That went real well last time.
I will put it in my bag.
Don't put it in there with anything else that's valuable.
I will not put it in my bag.
They have a tendency to eat things.
I hope
You
it's
know,
in there.
you're always saying like, "Oh, how nice it would be to have a bomb." That's worse.
Yeah,
That's worse.
we're losing. What do we do? Throw the mimic!
Oh gosh, just imagine we just toss that into the cloister, and then the scene from Beauty and the Beast, where they all just become random pieces of furniture and start beating up cloister members.
We don't throw the whole sack. We throw handfuls at a time.
Shouldn't
There
we
you
just
go,
start
just
feeding
gnaw.
them so that they all grow? Just like massive amounts of
We'll do that during the attack. We'll throw them at things and be eat! Feed yourselves!
Feed.
Very
That's such a bad
terrible
idea.
All right, well,
Okay.
with that, thank you. Hopefully we see you again sometime.
You know, you're not so bad for a human.
You know, you're not so bad for a mimic.
That's true.
You also aren't a human.
That's fair.
She doesn't know.
I'm not going to correct the mimic while I'm standing inside of it.
All your humanoids look the same to her.
Yeah. With all walking sacks of meat.
Yep.
You're not
You
so
all
bad
look
for a
dinner
meal.
shaped.
All right. Anywhere else particular you guys were gonna head?
Yes, but it's less important if you want to handle them.
Yeah. So we will go back. We will go over to Dom, his parents, and Simi,
Team furry.
Team Furry,
Furry. And the other.
and
She has an owl mask.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Braden, you need it. I need to give you a thing for that.
I don't think you have any more to spend.
Thought I
So-
saw it somewhere.
Oh, you
Here's
do.
one
There's
right there.
one there.
so Mom and Dad are sort of walking on either side of you, Simi.
Surrounded by cuteness.
Till the assassins get you.
So
I'll be taking up the rear, just kind of like,
yeah.
Just grooving.
just moving and grooving, you know.
So Harvey and Blossom are on either side of you, and they both kind of reach out and put their arms in yours and sort of link arms with yours.
Skipping.
Cuteness.
So I kind of heard that Zoigan wound up in your bed. How did that happen?
You know, I'm still not totally sure. I gather all of his friends up in Godland got sick of his shenaniganery and kicked him out, and or he left voluntarily. Honestly, I kind of forget. Either way, it sounded like there were temper tantrums involved, and he was not getting along or playing well with others. and ended up randomly showing up in my bed of all places.
I'm kind of surprised. Blossom sort of looks around you to Harvey's like, I'm kind of surprised Dunos let them do that.
Dunos is the one that disappeared, right? Well, the thing was, Dunos kind of went MIA for a while, which is kind of when things sort of turned upside down for a while anyway.
Oh.
It was a whole thing. We've already dealt with that before. It was a time. It was a time.
Okay, that I guess kind of makes a little bit more sense
Then,
than him letting them like kick Zoigan out of the Pantheon.
oh. So I take it that's not a common thing.
Yeah, I mean, be a first for me.
How long have you guys been followers?
I mean, my whole life I've been following.
What?
Is this mom or dad?
This is Dad.
Saren?
So all
Yeah,
my life
definitely.
I've been following Saren. And in all of mine I've been following Nades.
So
So
did you guys just grow up with these being the normal gods?
yeah,
So you didn't have the whole Empress.
no, that was part of that whole war thing.
Yeah, yeah.
They were trying to spread that and it wasn't going well.
It's just still weird to me because that was all that was for such a long time.
Hmm.
So it's weird to me that there were whole places that had no idea that was going on until she decided that she was going to make it everybody else's problem.
Yeah.
Kudos to you guys for not buying into that.
Well, you know. I mean, we grew up with the stories of their exploits, you know.
So what stories of their exploits do you know? Because
Well,
Yeah, Keith.
yeah, Keith. What's your mythology, Keith?
well, some of the earliest actually start before they were actually gods.
Oh,
Yeah. They used to be, well, not regular people like us. Not even regular people like you. They,
am I different than you? I mean, other than the obvious, like,
well, I mean,
furriness?
yeah, the furriness thing was what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I guess we are kind of more alike than them because we've only got the one form and they could be, well, whatever they wanted to be.
Oh, they were all changelings.
Oh, you've got a word for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There's a few of those in the world.
Are there really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing that happens from time to time. I don't know anything about it.
Huh.
That's a thing that happens from time to time.
Yeah, negative charisma.
Well, see, there's not any of those where we're from.
You don't have animal versions? I guess they would just still be the same thing. Right? Druids.
No, everyone where we come from only has the one form.
Do we count the chameleon people?
Well, I mean, they've only got the one form. They just change color to make themselves really hard to see.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Well,
Chameleon
you know,
people are a thing?
until one of them takes, you know, until one of them takes something funny and then winds up with zigzag patterns and polka dots and stripes.
You know what? If you
If you-
survive all of
if-
this, you need to introduce
you ever-
one of your chameleon friends to Killian.
Just if you ever see one that is very flashy and stands out, just be very careful and walk away.
Okay. Okay, good to know.
They've gotten into the good stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. And to be fair, though, the changelings don't seem to happen very often.
This was a little smaller than the other one.
Owie. But yeah, it doesn't seem to happen frequently, but they
okay.
exist.
Okay.
They have been known to exist.
They have been known to exist.
I'm not sure if this is something I should be sharing, so I'm just
And
The-
Blossom and Blossom and Harvey sort of share a look around you. And you can't really tell what they're thinking,
it was a weird look. What?
but I just pondering.
Pondering what?
The nature of life.
I mean, given that we might die, I feel like if you want to be more specific than that, now's the time.
Death is normal. It's a normal part of life.
That's true.
Right, Mom?
You're right. You're right. I'm just considering that maybe there's a reason that changelings only exist on this continent.
Well, don't look at me. I don't know what they're talking about.
Okay, because this is where the gods are from or something?
It's not where they're from.
It's where they crash landed in their ship.
See, I wouldn't get that. My character would not get that.
I mean, I don't think mine would either. So
Yeah,
she's just like,
we're both in the dark. Like, player-wise, oh yeah, we understand.
Yeah.
Character-wise, no.
I don't think any of our
We're the
characters
last
put that
two people.
together.
no,
Yeah,
no.
But the conversation continues, and before long, you find yourselves on the outskirts of the Beastkin camp / Armada camp. Guards do stop you. Your parents, Harvey and Blossom, they sort of stand up tall, straight as you've ever seen them. We're looking for the Red Adder. And something about the way they say it, the force behind it, the authority sort of behind it, makes the guards sort of stop and look at them again. The guards' eyes go wide. Of course, follow us, please.
My mask is down by now.
Yep. And he takes off at a fairly brisk pace. He's a little weaselkin, so he's doing, he's doing,
Where's our time?
he's doing the sort of bouncy, floppy run. He actually goes down to all fours and is running that way. He's in a hurry.
He's cooking.
He's cooking, for sure. And it's not long before he delivers you to a fairly sizable tent sort of in the middle of the encampment. It is not a personal tent. It is not somebody's quarters or anything like that. It is the command center of the war camp. And he sort of he pulls up, stands back on his hind feet. Wait here, and he ducks into the tent. And a couple of minutes go by. And it's like, what? Who's here? And the Red Adder comes bolting out. And
Happy noise?
And he sees Blossom and Harvey, and he scoops them up into a great big bear hug.
Good, happy noise. Okay.
Oh,
Good happy noise.
I am so very glad to see the two of you. You can't even imagine. Put us down. Thank you. We're glad to see you too, but need to breathe.
time.
Oh.
Two Tricks bunnies just met Tony the Tiger.
So he sets them down. So what brings you all here?
This is an involved ordeal.
Have fun giving him the good news.
As a side note, as I would have left the bank, I probably would have sending to Simi to just let them to see if the Armada is willing to take in some refugees from the camp being sent by the Merchants Guild.
All right.
So.
Awesome.
Do you
Whenever you get that.
do you have a lead tent?
Okay.
No.
Anything that would prevent scrying.
They're like, we do, but it's such a pain.
Yes, but it's going to take some time to get together.
Put as many hands on it as you can.
He sort of peers over at Harvey, who just nods. All right, give me 20 minutes. And he ducks back into the command tent.
I think that was a good call. Do you think you have something?
I think that was a very good call. Good man. Well done.
You've been trained so well.
Yes.
I'm so proud.
About 10 minutes later, he comes back out, says, all right, follow me. And he leads you away from the command tent. He leads you sort of deeper into the warrens of the soldier tents. You see all different kinds. Some of them are clearly imperial design. Some of them are clearly not. Some of them look more like lean-tos that have just been thrown up using whatever materials were at hand. More than a few of those, actually. He takes you down to what can only be described as a miniaturized version
Of a hamster.
of an Iroquois longhouse.
Okay.
But it's built almost like it's a dry land version also of a beaver lodge. So it's a combination of those two things.
Cool.
So rather than being like real thin, fine twigs as part of the roof, it's like branches and stuff piled up, very thickly, very, very intertwined, so that it's waterproofed.
Mhm.
And he ducks inside the very low doorway, holds sort of the leather flap back for you, gestures you in. As he's holding it open, there is a very herbal sort of smoke filtering out through the opening.
Like stoned herbal?
We're gonna get high.
Going that direction. Yes, it is a very sort of...
We're gonna talk in our mind.
They can't scry on you if they're high as a kite.
So all of you filter in.
Yeah.
He drops the flap. There are other people in the tent, but they are paying you no mind whatsoever.
They're gone.
Exactly.
They are gathered around.
Fire moss.
They are gathered around
So,
the fire pits, tending to the fires in a very sort of slow, meditative fashion.
Mhm.
And the smoke from whatever it is that is in these fire pits permeates the air. And all of you do start to feel very, very mellow. So I'm going to need the two of you, please, to make a Constitution
Oh
saving
no!
check.
If I fail very poorly, this is gonna be fun.
So make a con save.
Oh, that's not good.
I'm okay. I'm fine.
We sent the two perfect people for this job.
That's a 6.
17.
17. Okay. Dom, you are familiar enough with this that you can keep your faculties about you. Mom and Dad are obviously well versed. They are keeping their faculties. Red Adder is keeping his faculties.
Danny.
Sini, on the other hand,
Oops.
This is new.
this is new. It feels like you've had 3 whole bottles from Mom's liquor cabinet.
Oh, buddy.
But better.
What is this? Like, my pupils are so
Oh,
dilated.
new addiction unlocked.
Gonna be chasing this high for the rest of your life.
Technically, it's not drinking.
Technically, it is not
I'm
true.
sober.
Okay. So, Dom,
Yeah.
it's up to you now
Oh boy.
to present the plan.
Well, this is going to be fun to see if I can remember everything. I'm not the smartest.
Luckily, you have
Yeah, I have
your
my
par-
parents.
You have your
That's
parents
going to
there
help getting all the
you,
details,
so.
yeah. That's nice, dear.
All right.
Okay.
So between the three of, go ahead.
So first of all, we're going to need kind of the whole Armada's help with something. So we're kind of planning on... It's fine. So we're planning on kind of taking the fight to the cloister. Now with the cloister, I'll explain the cloister real quick, like the ins and outs of what the clan of the cloister is. Just so we don't have to do the whole spieling.
Yeah. Okay.
So the whole idea is we need a distraction.
Okay.
So a small team of us can get in and try and worry about that whole hell font thing.
Okay. So you need a distraction.
But it needs to be like very convincing.
A convincing, big enough distraction to draw attention and make sure they don't turtle up.
Yep.
And one of the turtles that's tending to
He actually
fire
turns.
sort of turns and looks. Hey, that's racist.
Dang it! I was the racist one.
I knew it. Yeah.
Oh, you okay? Hi. Hi. Also, we kind of have a acquaintance. I wouldn't say friend by any means. He's gonna have some men there as well. We're gonna have to figure out a way to discern them from everybody of Corell's people too.
So we need to create a distraction
And there's some people
against split forces, and we don't have any way to tell friend from foe.
unless we get like some kind of colored like thing, like to put on an arm or something, like green or blue or.
Rusk's people would probably know that the animals, that all of the beastkin are on his side.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would,
Okay,
yes.
so we only.
If people attack you, they're probably not on our side.
Can just wait until they attack you, and then.
But I also wouldn't wait till they attack you.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Not a terrible idea, but there may be some collateral
We
damage.
don't want
I think there will be.
casualties. There will be anyway, but we don't want many.
You're so adorable.
You're too.
That's to say now you're adorable.
He's so fun.
Okay. I think between me and your parents, we can come up with a plan. When is the attack?
Probably the sooner we can, the better. I mean, I would probably assume dawn.
You have a way to telecommunicate?
Do you have a way of like sending?
Like
I have
rocks?
sending.
Oh, so you can tell. You can tell when it's time.
But I'm gonna assume sooner than later. I think we're gonna plan on making sure everything's prepped
Okay.
before we do it.
Well, that puts some pressure on, but we'll be as ready as we can. Is your friend going to be okay?
I think as soon as we step out, I have some
Okay.
magic I can help. But I think I think I want her to like ride it for a while, because who knows when the next time she'll experience this will be.
I completely concur.
Because remember, like the first time you would have.
Yes,
see, that's kind of
first
the-
one. Mwah.
That's kind of what I'm thinking
was-
as well.
amazing.
I
Yes.
smell.
Chasing this high for the rest of her life.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to let her have this.
Yeah. Okay. We will be as ready as we can be.
You feel really just like accepting and really like I would just. Do you have any concerns or questions that maybe?
I always have concerns about putting together a hidden fate attack. But we've been doing it for, well, longer than I've been alive. So
Been doing it so long, you got a really cool name for it. Hidden Fate.
What color was mine? This one here.
you enjoy that, dear. Was there anything else?
Mom, Dad, I think I covered most of it, didn't I?
She said something about, what was that you were talking about? No, not that. The refugees.
Oh,
It's an important
yes.
part of the plan.
I was going to just be like, and just anybody you run into.
Refugees.
Refugees. Oh, yes. So we don't want to just like anybody. We kind of want to try and help those of the city.
Yeah, we're trying to not eviscerate the other one. Evacuate, that's the one. We're trying to
You would
evacuate.
go to eviscerate first.
Of the people who would need to specify, not eviscerate.
Yeah, evacuate. And so we're trying to figure out how to do it as fast as we can. So some of your people should be distracty-fighty. Some of your people should be giddy-outy.
Kitty Audi.
It's a technical term.
Okay.
Like getting the people out of
Giddy.
the city.
I see. Helping the innocents out of the line of fire. Okay.
That.
So my thought would be like anybody that's looks cute and adorable help with the evacuate, and anybody big and intimidating and scary looking.
People who aren't very
That's fair.
combative,
Don't put the
yeah.
guerrilla warriors
And
on the
guerrilla warfare.
That's fair. Yes, I will keep that in mind. I have a great deal to discuss with your parents and quite a lot to do in a very short amount of time.
I mean, if you want, we
there-
can step outside really fast and kind of just.
Is there anything else
Air.
we need to know? Any other?
Mm.
That sounds like there is.
So, the folks that are going to be our allies
Uh-huh.
from the order,
Yeah.
some of them will be our allies. And some of them are going to be a problem after all of this, even though they're helping us now.
Okay.
So we should just be prepared
you
for
should
that.
kill those ones.
Because Master
But they're gonna
Rosk
be the ones.
is long term not friendly. But right now, we're on the same side because we want to save the city and be done with the hellhole. And
There's a lot of information. Just later
Will
on, the people
be-
that were helping us are going to
Will
be.
be.
don't trust them long term. Trust them short term because we need the same thing to happen.
Okay.
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 And he's gonna reach over and just sort of ruffle your hair.
That felt funny. It still tingles.
We'll take care of it. You should probably.
Oh, you'll go get some fresh air.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna stay here and make plans where we can't be spied upon.
Yes. No, smart. And if you need any information, hopefully both of us kind of sober up and remember anything we may have forgotten.
Okay. All right.
Wait up, I haven't had any alcohol.
It's okay.
Sober.
You know what? Let's go see outside, and we can go see if we can see the birds flying.
Ooh, birds. Are there big birds too?
I don't know. Maybe we'll see ducks.
There are giant ducks.
They were geese. They were geese.
So,
We're gonna have
so
to
the
see
two of you,
outside.
the two of you exit. So what was your con roll again?
6.
6.
Oh, she's gonna be in it for a while.
Yeah. So you are going to be in it for about 4 hours.
Oh. Hi. Wow.
Why do people walk by? Wow.
Okay. So
Ducks. Where are the big
I
ducks?
believe the only one left is Artemis.
he is, but we're at 3 hours, so we're going to call it there for the night, and I will talk with Artie, perhaps behind the scenes.
I'd have been high faster had I realized that the time was drawing to a
That's-
close.
that's
My
okay.
apologies.
We are going to call it here for the night. We will let you guys know via the Discord server what the schedule looks like. I know Jaren has to work, has work stuff
Yeah,
next
right.
week, so for sure we won't have him. We'll talk we'll talk among the rest of us and figure out what we're going to do. So keep tuned to the Discord server. We will let you guys know there what the plan is for next week. At very least, though, the week after that, we should have everyone back. So, yeah, just keep tabs on the Discord. Also, a quick reminder, if you're not watching this on YouTube, all of the video content does wind up on YouTube. I always do that wrong. I don't know why. All of the video content winds up on YouTube, so you can head over there, hit like, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Turn on the notifications, and you will always know when we put new content out there for you to watch. If you're watching it on YouTube already, you've already done all of that, so good on you. Thank you so very much. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's session. Until next time, remember...
Grab your bats and grab your balls.
And if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.